Incoming ad in T-minus 3 minutes.
Hey everyone, I'm gonna quick run my 3-minute ad and then we're gonna get started. So I'll see you in 3.
This service provided by Anja Bot Industries.
All right. Ooh, I don't have beverage. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Okay. Hi. Hey everybody, welcome in. We're back from the ad. Wow.
Boop.
Perfecto timing.
Ad is complete.
That was great. How y'all doing? It is a Wednesday night. My wife thought it was a Tuesday night and was very confused why I was gonna stream tonight. But we are streaming tonight. We are going to be trying to finish The Roottrees Are Dead, and then we're gonna be joined by Robin Ward, who is one of the game developers. I'm making my solving mystery family trees. Okay. Okay. Ooh, I did not put it in the Discord. Oh no. Oh no. I'm so sorry. They really got away from me. But we're gonna play this game. It's gonna be good. I hope y'all are having a good day. It's a very cute photo of me. That's all you need to know. So I have been absolutely loving this game. It is really, really fun. I'm super stoked about it. I'm hoping we can finish it in time. I don't know if we will be able to. I don't know if we will. Robin has already said that if I have not finished it, he will still join. The plan is for him to join at 8 p.m., which means I also need to get my butt in gear. Okay. Great. Let me get up the game. I've been putting this mysterious jazz in the background because the game also has mysterious jazz. Let's get the game up here. Oop, double jazz. Oh no, double jazz. Double jazz. There we go. Okay. Whew. Gosh, double jazz. Okay, let me get the game up now. Oh, perfecto. Look at that. Oh, I gotta move my chat back. Ooh, that jazz is pretty loud in the game. Chat, where are you on the screen? There you are. Going down there. Going down there. Okay, cool. Great. Perfecto. Yeah. So, ooh, the incident at Galley House. Join the mailing list. Yeah, we all should get on that game too. Okay, let me quick just upload my Discord. And then we should be good. Okay. Ah! Can't spell. Okay. Photo. Okay. There we go. Didn't get it on Twitter, but maybe I could quick put it on Twitter. Okay. So we were. Oh, I never noticed this Riot Girl poster. That's real fun. Oh, I don't think I ever noticed this either. Or this. Oh, that's very fun. I didn't know there was so much to this room. Okay, a thing to explore later, I guess. Mystery comics. Tales of suspense. I love it. Okay. This game is so fun. Oh, man. Really? Okay. Let's look at where we're at. Oh, that's right. This is a game that having a mouse is helpful. I always forget which are my mice games. Yeah, that's super helpful. Okay. Here is what we're looking at so far. We have done a lot. We have this little corner to figure out. We did all that. Oh no, we have a feet. Oh no, that's all done. We have this mystery here. This little bit here. And this little bit here. Which I had guessed that one, but I don't know if it's true or not. But I'm pretty certain. We have not gotten this baby. And we're missing this one right here. But other than... Oh, and Margolite's husband's name. But we're doing, like, pretty good, I think. last stream we raided into somebody who was playing it, and I'm gonna turn down this volume. Oh, it's the game volume. Damn. Okay, I might just take my headphone out a little bit. Okay. So we raided into somebody, and they were doing, I don't know if it was just a whim that they were doing or if they were doing something like specific. But they were researching a thing that that I had thought about, which was that there is something that happened with wow, I had misspelled the word family trees. Okay. I misspelled special. Wow. Okay. Okay. Let's. Okay, cool. Done, Sobs. Okay, great. So there had been something that happened with this guy. We have unknown spouse, but something happened with Guy Hudson that was bad. And I want to see if we can try to find it. Okay, so right. Okay, so this very quickly announced. Okay. Like, I feel like he had an affair. Oh, but it doesn't show him as divorced, does it? No, he stayed married. But like there was something that happened where he was quickly replaced by Ernie Jr. They stayed married, so I don't think it's a divorce. But something happened. Let's go back and let's look through our pieces of evidence. 6 things in here. What even can we decipher from this? Okay, there's the WRTD. I looked at that and I didn't find it. Okay, let's see what else. There's still 5 things in here. It's still full of love. Helps if I spell the word love correct. Okay. Let's search. What was her name? Maybe we can find something from her campaign website. Stephanie Jones campaign. Oh, okay. You learn for election results in Stephanie Jones, candidate. Okay, won her campaign on election day. By no mention of the Roottrees in any articles. Stephanie also has a very bare bones website for her campaign. Simply a picture of a campaign mailer, and underneath it says, "Be sure to read the full article." Oh, right, we did look that up. Okay, in the Butler County Times. Whoa, okay, so here's the stuff. Distant cousin, Mother Carolyn. Okay, yeah, we did all of this stuff. Maybe if I look up Guy Hudson in here. Okay, ooh, here we go. Although the Butler County Times does not archive its obituaries, they did a front page story in 1982 about Guy Hudson and his wife, Patricia! Oh, damn, okay. How do I, I have to go to the second page. Okay, great. Okay, so we can quick fill in Patricia. Look at that. Haha. Patricia Jones. Great. Back to the article. The story itself is surprisingly light on relevant details due to the recency of the accident. Police reported that the crash was caused by an unidentified driver who swerved in front of the Hudson's car, causing them to brake hard and veer off the interstate. Although Guy was a somewhat controversial president, foul play is not suspected. There were witnesses who reported that the vehicle. Oops, hold it. Let me just make sure I'm there. Okay, cool. Part of the vehicle was there were witnesses who reported that the vehicle which instigated the wreck was speeding, swerving between lanes, and cutting drivers off, as well for at least 5 or 6 minutes before the tragic accidents. One witness said it could have been any one of us. They eventually ran off the road. The aggressor fled after the accident, and police have few leads other than make and model. Guy had been president of the Roottrees company for only a year, though an undoubtedly volatile period in the company's history. He and his wife had no children. Okay, so it seems like that's all we got out of that one. Now let me look up Bonnie Hudson. Nothing. Okay. Let's look up, who else are we looking for? Let's look up Gwyneth Masden. Nothing. Okay, we can look up Ernie Madsen. Okay. Is anybody else we can get in? Ooh, I wonder if we look up Jane's name. If we can find anything. Let's look up Edward Roottrees as well. Nope. Okay. That's all right. I'm just kind of looking up everybody in this one. Elias C. Roottrees. Okay, no. Elias M. Roottrees. Let's look up. Okay, nothing there. If I just type in regular male Roottrees, what do I get? Okay, the same thing. Okay. We can look up Elias C. No, okay. Damn. I wonder if we can look up Tessa Green Penelope in the Starlet. Penelope, what was it again? Nope. Okay, Penelope Tessa Green. No? Okay, let's look her up in the Butler County Times. Let's look her up in Business Watch. She wouldn't be a modern Starlet? It's probably not in Teen Blast. Nope. Oh! Mentioned a few articles about Brother Trouble. The show stars TMS and DCD played her sons on television. Lenny's character was not really who teenage girls cared about. As a result, there's very little gossips around here. Okay. Oh, darn it. Okay. Those played okay. Dustin Christopher Baker was in quite a few teen columns, but not related to the Roottrees. Okay. TMS. Okay, so we've already looked up this guy. Okay. Party. One of the creators, Ron, married Penelope, who played. Okay, and get this. Ron is a distant relative of the Roottrees. I need to find out who the kid is. This is the baby, but we don't know what their name is. I mean, I put Tessa because her name's Tessa. Is it that is she not a baby anymore? She a student K through 12? Well, let's look at this photo. This was 1980s. Oh, so she's still a baby. Still a baby. Has to be a baby. Okay. I want baby as a job. Can I just be baby? Okay. James Roottrees' mom. We cannot find either spouse for any of these miracles. Got something going on there. Okay. I also can't figure out Margolite's husband. Like weird random 5 pieces right there. Okay, and this one. Let's see. Can we get anything Bonnie Hudson? I'm just gonna search her in every single one of these. See if she shows up anywhere. Nope, okay. Damn. Okay. Okay, let's go back and look at our evidence and see what we're missing. We got everything out of there. Okay, we looked at her book. Okay. 6. Oh my god, okay. Maybe we need to search this WRTD radio more. Okay. I bet you Carl was murdered and this picture has evidence on it. Okay. Not really much more off of that. Okay. Finches found the tree. I don't know what the other clues could be in here. That is very weird to me. Okay. 5 things in here. But I think those will be... No, there's still some more stuff. Okay. Baby our own. Okay. It's the candy company, but if you could talk to your girls about putting out a statement supporting Stephanie, she could use the publicity. Your daughters don't let our conflicts. Let's see. I don't know what else could be in here. There's not much else in here, right? Yeah, I don't see anything else there. Okay. This is one more clue in it. Okay. 5 flavors because the original inventor had 5 kids. Okay. Radical new flavors. It's no longer the 1920s. We tried to look up the original 5 flavors before. Look it up in each of the periodicals. Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay, so it's just like everything has had that. Hey Kip, enjoy your lark. Okay, yeah, okay. 5 pieces. Flavors? Yeah, I don't see what I'm supposed to get out of that one. Okay. We could look at this book again. Okay. Oh, I need to know what the book. Okay, so it's her, Carolyn. What's her name? Morden. Okay. When her sister Gwendolyn and cousin Bonnie gave up on their dream, settling for men, she especially likes her brother-in-law, Dr. Wilson. We should figure that out. Okay, she would marry a man who's the opposite of boring, which is overcorrection. Okay, okay, she's not able to convince her father Zach to make a change in policy. Marriage to Mark led, yeah, leaving them behind. The good has pushed her to pursue her true love, art and beauty of women. Agreed. Okay. I don't know what else we get out of this. Okay. Let's listen to their track real fast. We might as well, right? Oh, I should also center myself a little bit more. Okay, cool.
Life is life, love shall be. Me for you and you for me. Someday will come, though, that this tree will be the last of what was we. With passing years, all paths diverge. Rivers rambling, onward surge. One source behind old memories, but find their ways to different seas. Someday these times will all be over. Dew dries on the morning clover. So take my hand beneath the tree and carve your name with me.
Here we go. Okay, cool. Sorry, I just wanted to ban that bot.
We'll tell ourselves these stories older, dwell on warmth, ignore the colder, probably yearn for what could be, rose tinted by youth's memory. So act as though these times ain't fleeting, love still flows, our hearts heart beating. For now ignore fate's destiny, two roads to cross, one's at this tree. Someday these times will all be over. Dew dries on the morning clover. So take my hand beneath the tree and carve your name with me. These times are ours for free.
What am I missing in this thing?
Someday these times will all be over. The dew dries on the morning clover. So take my hand beneath the tree and carve your name with me. These times are ours for free.
Okay. Okay, there's gotta be something then that I'm missing in maybe one of the books would have some answers. So let's go back and look at those books. Don't know what I'm missing in there. Okay. Yeah, let's look through everything's okay. Okay. No, I want to go to the other book. Oh, thanks for the ban. I also reported them. Okay. I feel like there is something. Okay, Crystal, she's a granddaughter of Elias on Gwyneth, and Elias and Gwyneth on her father's side. Her father, who was always referred to as Pop. The Clance Trust. Did we figure out who Clancy was? I guess it's because it's his. Okay. Ooh, there's also a picture somewhere of Elias Roottrees. For his accomplishment of a rolling out 5-piece market notes from the article and scan made the cover have an oh wait, we got a new piece of evidence? Where? Aha! Beautiful. Here's the other photo then of him. Look at this dapper gentleman. Okay. Was voted Watchman of the Year, Business Watch, and a painting of him appears on the cover. The magazine says he was voted Watchman of the Year specifically to recognize the global rollout of 5 pieces. Inside the article is a timeline of 5 pieces. Elias forms the Roottrees Candy Company after marrying his wife, who inherited a maple farm during the period before 5 pieces of the company is barely profitable. The daughter, the first of 5 children, 4 more to follow. Okay, this looks like this would have been very helpful. Elias invents 5 pieces. Each of the 5 flavors is chosen based on the initials of the 5 children, 1 per flavor. Wow! That would have been helpful too. 5 pieces are first sold in the Pittsburgh markets. 5 pieces are rolled out to all of New England. The new recipe and flavor is finalized. The candy begins nationwide distribution in department stores and shops elsewhere. The Roottrees Candy Company purchases every available maple farm in Pennsylvania in preparation for their global rollout. With the help of his son Elias Roottrees Jr.'s architecture firm, a new industrialized factory and warehouse are built in Butler. Okay, but I already had him as an architect. Okay, that's nothing new then. Whoops. Okay. Production is tripled in worldwide distribution. Okay. Damn, I didn't really get anything out of there. 1 flavor per child. Who got the elderberry? I guess Elias. Okay. Yeah, we didn't really get anything except for an extra photo of him. Okay. No, okay. I mean, I'm glad we got this other piece of evidence. It did not help. Grab life by the roots. Okay. Other blood relatives who have a say in the company's finances refuse to fund anything. Okay, we got that, yeah. Can I just search Watchman of the Year in that periodical? Okay. Okay, so just Elias and Carl. Oh. Search through the most recent list and the only names you recognize are Elias Roottrees in 1936. Yeah, that's the one we just looked at, right? Yeah. Every 10 years. Okay. Damn. Okay. Really? There's nothing about Clark. But he's in the magazine. Oh, it's Clarl. Whoops. Whoopsie. Okay. Okay, the cover. Okay, so we already got that. Damn, we gotta find out something about. There has to be. Can we search like a book by Miracle Roottree? We have to have a book title. Damn it. Yeah, both required fields. Nope. Okay. Damn. I was hoping we'd find something there. Okay, there's something in here that we're missing. What am I missing in here? It doesn't get much. Play anywhere, even on the stations that play oldies. Image from okay, only the great grandson of Elisha can make it chance away from MMM. Maybe we should search that again. There we go. I don't see anything relevant anywhere in the first few pages, and there are too many results to look through. If you're looking for a specific album or artist name, okay, search them. Rolling on down the city. Okay. Carl never knew his father. Oh, Clark never knew his father, so our grandpop insisted he spend time with my dad here. Hold it, who never knew his dad? Clark. Which one's Clark? Wait, who's Clark? Oh, Clark. Oh, he never knew his father because his father died. Got it. I mean, Jay, on the other hand, no more family band. Common is the music, but even then, we never agreed on what it should be. Okay. Raffer tunes, much better jingle writer than songwriter. One of the benefits of the most family of massive. Okay. Company willing to be client. Okay. Let's see. What can we get at this? I really want to do this Jane LaRue thing where we found we have to find out that she had a kid. Okay, Diamond Jane been touring with some famous faces. Okay, Lucky LaRue's. Okay, where did we find? Nothing there. There's something about her having like a weird last name. Let me look through my notes and see if I can find it here. Jane Delvecchio. Okay, I'm gonna look that up. Did I copy it? I hope so. Damn it. Also mentioned the only contractor agent she wants to hire her, and that all inquiries about her sister would be ignored. Damn, I really felt like there was something there. Okay. Damn, I have made no progress in this first like half hour. God damn it. I have no idea how to find Bonnie Hudson's family. Maybe we could try searching Guy Hudson car. I gotta also look up Margolite. Okay, nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Oop, that's the one we just searched. No. Okay. Damn. The Miracle family, I don't know any of their spouses, and I think that's the way they intended, honestly. That feels very of the church. Damn. Okay, I don't have any idea what the thing is here. Diamond and Jim. I just need to get like one more thing right. Did that fix something? Let's see what happens if I put it at something else. Nope, okay. Put her as dancer. I forget why. Okay. If I can get like one more person, I can probably unlock some of these things. Okay. Well, okay, let's try this. Oh, we don't know who she marries, though, is the thing. Damn. David the Third, David the Fourth. Someone married to a David? Is there a David somewhere? I don't see anybody named David anywhere. I'm just like making guesses here. They don't have their picture. Okay. Because there's a David the Third and David the Fourth. Joan Monroe. Stina Roottrees? I'm just making wild guesses at this point. Oh no, I'm out of Roottrees. Oh, because it goes by like their maiden name, so this could be anybody. Okay. Damn, I hate this. I have like no idea what to look for. Or like where to even look for these things. I just need to like click, like I need to get something correct so that I have to like unlock another. Okay. Okay. Went to stay with her and Aunt Margot. I hope she'd be the sister. Okay. Now she's living off the glamorous lifestyle. She gets to be in Starlet and tell tales. Okay. Uh. Can we figure out? Does Lauren mention her uncle at all? Okay. Okay, went to Zach. I'm not sure how it's relevant. Okay. Went for the cuss words. Okay. Okay, Sam. This is all stuff about Sam. Okay. Okay. We got rid of that one. Okay. Six things in here. I don't know what could be. Okay, so there's 5 things in here. So let's see if we can find something in here. Have we figured out? Okay, so we know her husband. Brian Jones. Maybe we can search Brian Jones somewhere. As a famous athlete who broke a pole vaulting record, he doesn't seem to be related to the Roottrees. If you're looking for a different Brian Jones, you may need to search a more local resource. Haha! Let's do that. Ooh, okay. As well as a small article from about Jones Graphic and Print. The article is a piece about Brian Jones taking over his father print company after 20 years. Brian seems to not have to let go to waste the marketing opportunity during the interview portion. I've been in and out of that shop my whole life. My father taught me everything there is to know when it comes to getting the job done right and getting it done quick. We've been a printing staple of Butler County for years, and even the Butler County Times uses us for their coupon pages a few times a year. Thanks, by the way. Haha. But still, whether you're a new client or one of our regulars, nothing will change. Come on down for the best price in bulk printing anywhere in the state of Pennsylvania, or search us online. I designed the website myself. Haha. Okay, let's look at that up then. Jones Graphic and Print. Spider search that. Okay, company according to the website exists in Butler. For the website seems fancy. It even has frames. The website lists the address, hours, and okay. Stephanie Jones campaign mailers, Roottrees candy, various banners, Butler County holiday light posters, Miracle Network tour flyers, Roottrees Motors. Ho ho! Butler Summer Theater posters and set controversies for children of Eden. Ugh, sorry. Okay, I want to look up both of these things. Nothing. Sorry. Okay, we gotta look up Roottrees Motors. That's gotta be. If I hear for Roottrees Motors and of the Jones Graphic website, which is you don't find any trace of them on the internet as a local business. Ooh. Roottrees Motors. Yay! There's an ad for Roottrees Motors in this paper. It seems Roottrees Motors used to be called Wilkins Motors. An ad for the Roottrees Motors has run in every week's Butler County for many years, but recently has been changed to include a picture. 3 different unique versions of the ad have been added to your evidence. Yahoo! Okay, let's look at these. Where are they at? Okay, Roottrees Motors ad that ran 74 to 77 advertises that the former name of Roottrees Motors is Wilkins Motors. Wilkins Motors is still the same family business, but has joined the Roottrees family. So maybe we need to look up Wilkins Motors. Ooh, could that be? Could he have married into someone named Wilkins? Aha, there was a Wilkins. Catherine Wilkins. Okay. Very good, very good. Yes. Okay. Oh my god. I get it. I need to put it on page 2. Got it. Okay. Roottrees Motors and the Rand Motors are the local family mechanic. Funny noises. Need an oil? Come on down. Okay. Your local family mechanic servicing the entire Pittsburgh area. Okay, Roottrees. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. Here she is. Oh, Tessa Roottrees, our newest fixer, learned all there is to know about cars from her Roottrees Motor parents. So she is, and she is a mechanic. Oh, this is unlocking so much, everybody. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Look at her. Look at her. We're about to get a thing. No, we're not. Damn it. Okay. Damn it. I really thought that was gonna unlock something for us. Should we look up Wilkins Motors? Nope. Oh. Whoa. Whoa. Roottrees Motors used to be called Wilkins Motors. You don't feel the older ads are relevant. Okay. Oh, but damn, we did get something. We got something. Okay, we got something. Okay. What else can we learn? Oh, there's something else here. Okay, Tessa Roottrees? Oh, maybe I just need to, like, highlight this. Okay. Yes, great. Okay. Gotta get to this campaign mailer. That's gotta have something. Still something here? Ooh, I wonder if the original ones were names for the different flavors of kids. So it'd be strawberry, plum, chocolate, raspberry, and apple. If that has something to do with it, Clancy would be chocolate. Margolite, no. Damn. No, I don't think that's. I don't know what is the piece of evidence. 5 flavors are not the same as back then. Okay. Oh, there's only one thing left in this now. Okay. What else can we find from this? Okay. Oh, I want to go back to what we've. Hey, how you doing, Nix? How you doing? It would have been Brian Jones. Okay. Okay. So we got to, and then we went to the website, which was for Jones Graphic and Print. Oh, I wanted to look at this one. Butler Summer Theater posters. Children of Eden. Pretty good planning out my upcoming road trip. Also figuring out what game to play on the 22nd. How's you? I'm good. How are you? Search. Nothing relative. Okay, then let's instead look up Butler's Summer Theater. Okay, while the summer theater performs plays and musicals during the summer makes sense, as in not summer currently. Their website has a thank you message. Thanks for making 1998 season such a success. Stay tuned for announcements about performances. The website lists the credits of a musical, which seems to be the final show they performed last year. There's a cast list, but none of them seem relevant. Below the cast, it lists the crew, and 2 things stand out: posters and additional set design by Jones Graphic and Print, and choreography by November Studios. Well, first let's do this. Oh, I said she was a dancer. I did say she was a dancer. Did I not? Did I not? Okay. Hey, stop it. I wanna. Hey, stop it. I wanna look at this. A local dance school. They advertise lessons in ballet and jazz classes. There's hardly any other information. Okay, let's look at the Butler County Times. What was it again? November Dance Studio? Nothing. Is that what it was? I did say November's a dancer. Where is she at? I did say that, didn't I? Okay. No, just November Studios. Okay. Instead of November Studios, maybe they should have called this place No Mention Studios because you can't find any information about it. Nice thought, though. November Studios? Starlit? Team Blast? Okay, I'm going to though say that November is a dancer. The question is just, is she that kid? I think she has to be because she was on that photo. So she has to be of that generation. There's no other spot for her. Right, because she's in that photo. Yeah, okay. I think that has to be her. Ugh. And I think her mom is going to be April because her name's November. And I think that that's going to be a thing that they do. What can I get? What if I just search everything?
Hey, Anja. Drink
I
some.
don't have water. Doctor? I don't have anything. Oh, I'm also supposed to be getting on a call. Hold it. Oh, well done. I know, I should have, like, I was like hoping if I would just click on something here that it would. No, okay, I'm gonna put him back in manufacturing, which is where I had originally put him. Okay. Here's my beloved wife. Maybe she'll do it. Do you really need to just fill this up with water from your mom's room? Thank you. She brought me some delicious bread that I baked. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna check because when we get, let's see. I have to look for an evil trout here. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Everybody give applause to my wife who brought me. Oh, you're there? Okay. Oh, you've been watching for a few minutes? You mean watching me struggle? Everybody, welcome to the chat. Evil Trout Codes, aka Robin Ward, aka one of the developers of this game. So it's up to you if you want to get in here on chat. I will happily have you on here. Or if you want to wait a little bit until I figure out more puzzle. Robin, your game is hard. I can't figure out these people. You can watch a few more minutes? Okay, totally. Well, we're gonna go into an ad, so maybe we'll bring you in after the ad. I think she has to be Tessa. Okay. Oh, wait, hold it. No, she's Tessa. Didn't we figure that out? What was her thing? Hold it. I can't believe I didn't have a... Can I do this better? What was her name? Oh, it was there. Tessa. Yes, she's Tessa. Okay. Tessa Roottrees mechanic. I even have a picture of her and everything. Unknown baby. There has to be another Roottrees then. Christina? I think that has to be it. Okay. Let me run my 3-minute ad. And then we will invite, well no, I'll play through the ad, I guess. Oh, this too. Jane, what is your story? Gwyneth, what's your story? Madsen Farms. Let's look for Madsen Farms. Maybe that's a thing. No. Okay. Oh, I had been spelling her name wrong. Could that be? GWY. See if she shows up in any of these things. I feel like I'm missing maybe a periodical or something that would... Okay, the ad is gonna start. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh no, there's so many of you. Okay, hold it. There's gonna be an ad. I'm not gonna do anything, and then we're gonna bring in one of the game developers, Robin Ward, to chat with us. Maybe he'll give me hints. It's gotta be November. It's gotta be that she's a dancer. Is there something dancer? I think dancer is gonna be, if she did the choreography. I'm gonna put her as dancer. Okay. Oh, I just need to unlock somebody. I can't believe this didn't unlock it for me. How many more do I need to get? Every time you get the 4th additional blood relative in the family tree completely correct, name, occupation, and portrait, they will be locked in. Give me some ladies.
This service provided by Anja Bot Industries.
Oh, there's a Kellogg. Huh. Okay. There's only so many men left, too. Maybe we can just do a deduction. Cornwall minus. Oh, but it's only blood relatives. So this isn't really going to help. Well, let's see. There's only so many men left on this thing. Any other Kellogg's? Okay, I'm pretty certain. I don't know if they're in the right order there. But I think that's right. Just for the sheer... Oh, no. No, I think that one was right. It was Patricia. Patricia. Jones. That one is actually correct. Ugh.
Beep boop. That is complete.
Are there any other... Okay, cool. I'm looking to see if there's any other men here that if there was a kid... Minus Cornwall. Oh, maybe it's Sam Cottrell? Oh, that makes sense. No. And then this could be... Stephanie Cottrell. They don't have any pictures. Okay. I am going to bring in... Let me quick turn down the background music. Music volume. Because we are about to bring in... Oh no! Did that save my game? It must have. Continue. Oh no, if it didn't, I'm bummed. I'm sure it did. Okay. Okay, yeah, it did. Okay, cool. Yeah, let me quick. Okay.
Hello.
Hello! Let me turn up. I mean, you're watching. It's going well. I freaking love this game. I am just stuck.
It happens. It's a hard game. You're pretty close to the end. Like you only have 8 left, but you filled in.
Yeah.
You have quite a few good guesses.
I'm waiting for something to trigger. Okay, so like let's look at these families. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I have no idea about like the Miracle Wives. These two.
Oh,
well,
wives are really hard, by the way. Like
yeah.
wives are, or I should say spouses, because
that's true.
Most of them are wives, but they're kind of the harder optional lock-ins. Like they're good for eliminating names from your list.
Yeah.
But some of them are the hardest puzzles of the game.
Yeah. Okay.
Having said that, you have a lot of them, which is cool.
Thank you. Yeah. So I don't know these two wives. I finally figured out Mechanic Elias M. I got that one. I had made a guess about this baby, just judging by Roottrees names left, but I have no concept of that. I have no idea about Margolite's husband. I've not been able to find that at all.
I think that's the hardest one in the game.
Oh, really? Okay. I feel like I did a very good guess here with November. Well, okay, because she had scribbled her name on the back of the photo. So I'm guessing that was her, and it did say November Studio. So I had already guessed she was a dancer just because I think it was Lauren in her thing said that like all the kids are free spirits, and they said like musicians and a dancer. And I was like, somebody has to be a dancer. So I had already guessed her as dancer. And then I had guessed April as the wife because I thought it'd be funny if they just both had names that were months. But it's like, I'm trying to see, I don't know how to find like anything about Bonnie's family. I'm guessing that they're Kellogg's just because there's 3 Kellogg's left. And if there's a David, then there'd be a David down here. But I have no idea how to get their photos. So I can't get to that next step there. And the only other 2 that I have are Gwyneth's kids, who I think is this one, other than just searching that name. And this one, the bane of my existence, Jane LaRue, aka Jane Delicio.
Delicio, yeah.
But, so I can continue this, or we can just like chit chat about you making this game.
It's up to you. I'm happy to give a hint. Have you used any hints at all, or have you gotten this far without any hints?
I've not used the hints. Where are the hints at?
Wow. Oh, see, you've made it really far. So you see that duck?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you click the duck,
Mhm.
it'll give you a hint towards like the next biggest piece of evidence, or to fill in someone in the tree or something like that. So honestly, very good that you've made it this far without it. It's a challenging game, you know, and a lot of people take a long time to do it, because there's a lot, like as you found, there's a lot to search through. There's
Yeah.
a lot of leads to follow, and sometimes it's like you've actually filled in. This is interesting because like I know what people typically do. You filled in some of the harder stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's just like what people discover, you know, and but like the person who's, I would say the person who's the hardest to fill in on the tree, you have. So that's interesting. So you've missed, it's one of those cases that like I think you've missed. There's like one lead, I think, that will
Okay.
unlock a bunch of different stuff. I think almost all 4 that I'm looking at are related to one lead that you haven't followed. So I can give you a clue if you want. But I'm also happy to talk about the game.
Oh, damn! I did the thing where I went out of it again. Because I pressed save and quit. Well, let me ask this: am I missing a periodical?
You are.
Okay.
I think you are. Can you open them up?
I can, yeah. The periodical is Business Watch, Butler County Times, Modern Music Monthly, Starlet, and Teen Blast.
Yes, you
Okay.
are missing one. But what's funny is I think you've. Can I see the tree again?
Yeah.
I just want to. It's hard to. The one you're missing isn't really, surprisingly, holding you back. I think you must have deduced it some other. Yeah, you've deduced it some other way. Because the one you've missed, I can tell you this. This is just minor. Is it helps you with Gwyneth's kids, with the with Robert and Ron.
Okay.
So you actually don't need that right away. So that's not what you're missing. You've seen the cutscene with the radio, right?
Maybe I haven't. Well, yes, I have, like, where she comes in and you find out, because, yeah, that's the one thing is...
So I'm curious if you've searched for, it should be in here. Yeah, you see a report of WRTD radio.
Yeah.
Did you ever look into WRTD?
I searched it. Let's see it be up here.
So I think that's the start of the chain.
Ooh.
Let's just see.
Did
Here's the other thing worth mentioning is I released this game January of last year, and there's a lot of puzzles, and I don't have every single one off by heart.
So I found this, but I didn't.
Oh, right. Okay. There's an interesting thing there that I don't know if you've looked at.
Okay.
Let's give you this for a second and see if there's something here. Maybe you have searched it, but
Okay.
there's an interesting thing in this article
Okay.
that's worth looking into.
Woo! Is it Roottrees Curse?
It is.
Mm.
It's not highlighted. I don't know if you searched it.
I had not searched it. No, I think I went like, ooh, Roottrees Curse, but was like looking at other ones. Oh my god, this is so. Oh my god, yes, look at this.
Yeah. So here you go. You can give this a read. I'm happy to chill for a bit. Like I'm not in a hurry.
Yeah, let me read through.
On a flight.
Okay.
I'll mute myself for a second, and then we'll see.
Okay, there's a long rambly conspiracy website with very small, very red text on the black background that says the Roottrees are cursed. It has been very recently updated with the following important update with Carl and Brenda and their girls. I have those names, yeah. Makes 5 deaths. Not only that, but 3 of the 5 presidents of the Roottrees company have died mysteriously. They say Guy's car was hit by a drunk driver in 1918, but no one was arrested. Then Ernie Madsen Jr. stepped down. Was he poisoned? Now just this week, Carl died in a plane crash. This cannot be a coincidence. There's another entry that claims if you connect the dots in the pattern of the 5 pieces wrapper, it creates the Mayan ruby skull. Oh, we're gonna highlight that. That up later. Okay. A secret message meant to subliminally scare people away. The post before that has a link to a site that talks about how Earth has 4 corners simultaneous 4-day time cubes. The The author of the site seems to agree. Mentions on that too. This is just conspiracy brain. Okay. An entry from a few months ago claims that the owner of the site received an email from Chris Raff, my prodigy at US, asking him to take down his site with faked proof that Ernie Madsen Jr. actually had a heart condition and wasn't poisoned. The owner claims that although the proof... Okay, let's highlight that. Okay. The owner claims that although the proof looks quite credible, he knows that the proof was fake because he's an expert in creating fake evidence. Okay, interesting. The first entry is from 1996 and has a blurred picture of the Roottrees Candy Company factory, seemingly taken by the website's author from behind a fence and through some trees. It seems that Operation R2... Ooh, I witnessed the helicopter land on February... Okay. Gotta find out what Operation RT... Okay, the website footer says all image... Okay, so let's look up Thomas Overwood as well. Okay. Mysterious Death and Curses. In addition to the Roottrees Curse website, you'll also find one, the truth behind Spirit Cola, which claims that Spirit really stands for Satan's Plague, is returning in 2000, and that the year 2000, anyone has drunk Spirit Cola will die. Another website is Stock Markets, the Devil's Numbers, which claims that if you multiply any stock price by 666, okay, current year and stock, add those two numbers together and divide the entire total stock price. Okay, you'll always end up with 666. Okay. I don't think that's going to be important, but I'm interested. Okay. Roottrees Curse. Okay. Let's go back. So this is going to be Chris Rafferty. Is someone who we have not named yet. Did we get a piece of evidence from this? We did not. I wanted this blurry photo. Oh, maybe if I search Operation RT29, let's search that. Yes. Okay, find more conspiracy websites. Some people out there claim that the Roottrees are changing the candy recipe to include more and more chemicals, and this was done in cooperation with bad actors from an unknown government. They claim that due to a loophole in the calendar, it's possible to get away with nearly any crime on a leap day, so long as it isn't discovered until after the day is over, and that every 4 years on a leap year, the Roottrees company hosts a meeting with foreign agents to conspire to poison our children. The proof is that Roottrees candies contain... Oh. Okay. We'll highlight that. An ingredient in candy that wasn't there when it was released. The claim is added in an attempt to addict people and eventually induce mind control. Claims to sell pills that counteract the effect. You do an additional search for that. Oh, okay. And it seems to be an emulsifier in chocolates approved by the FDA. Okay. Damn. Didn't get anything out of that as far as I can tell. I hope there's nothing about years. Okay. Do want to look... Okay, because I don't think I have Chris Rafferty filled in. Oh, okay. Oh, the Art of Rafferty. Yay! A new thing. Okay. Find a simple page, the Art of Rafferty, copyright 1907, on a prodigy that lists the author's email. Okay, below is a bunch of GIFs that say under construction. There are a few art pieces. The first is a painting captioned me and my fiancée Lulu. A painting I had from my first year of college that I plan to give to her when we get married in May. Go Tartans. There's an odd collage called Cousins, which seems to be made up of 3 scrambled images. Oh, the accompanying artist statement says, we had to create a... Hold on, I need to write this down. Lulu. So Chris and Lulu. Okay. And cousin. We had to create a piece of art about our family. I asked as many extended family of cousins for their pictures as I could. Even some I've never met. Only a few of them got back to me. And my teacher said I wasn't allowed to use pictures of Raina, Riley, or Rose, so I had to get creative and use only my third cousins. This includes Davy. Whoa, what a fountain of information we just got. How exciting. Okay, so this is Chris Rafferty. We have Davy. Swim. Yukon. And Bethany's yearbook picture. Bethany. Davy's younger sister. has been added to your evidence, but the cousin's photo will need to be unscrambled before you can use them. You've downloaded the new application. Pops. Wow, that was so much. Okay, let me highlight.
Yeah, it's like interesting how like one thing you didn't search can lead to this. That's the downside, of course. It's like, sometimes it's the needle in the haystack. You try to make something interesting. Like, you probably saw Roottrees curse and was like, that's so interesting, I have to do it, but you got sidetracked,
Yeah. Well, because it's like, I think within that, there was just like something. Oh, wow. Look at that. So now I get to do pixel things. Okay, Chris Rafferty's cousins, our project is said to include Baby, Stephanie's yearbook picture, and Stephanie's only child. Okay, cool. So now I get to use a new thing. Pixpop. Oh, nice. That's so cool. Whoa. Zoom with your mouse wheel right. Oh. Okay. Oh, this is cool. Was this part of the original one?
I just muted myself. The original one had like a really simple puzzle, like a little tile game. So when we did the remake, we added more. And what's interesting is like they're all, well, you'll see, but like they get increasingly hard, and some people hate them because they're like, this. I bought this game to just search the fake internet. I didn't buy it to do little puzzles, and but the really hard one is the third one, and you can skip it. So that got most people chill. Most people are cool with this one and the next one,
Okay.
But I always like the idea of like giving you something to break up the game, like so you're not just doing the same thing over and over again, and you can. I don't think real photo editing works this way.
Yeah. That's really fun though. Okay, die, chew, to, my. So that's dichotomy.
Dichotomy. He's a very deep artist, he's
Chris Rafferty.
putting like arty words on his collage.
Okay, so wait, if I press close, has this picture been added? Okay, it's been closed. Okay. So that one.
When you complete it, you get the photo.
Okay. So my guess would be of the cousins. So it was Chris and Stephanie, and then the Stephanie I've already gotten. So I don't think that's Stephanie, because look at that curly hair. So then that would be, and it has to be, hold on, what did I write down here? Bethany and Davy. Ooh, David Kellogg. I mean, I was really going for...
You got a lot of the names without evidence for them, which is interesting. I guess you did process of elimination and other approaches like that.
Yeah. I mean, it was just like the looking at... Like that one was like, okay, so there's only so many male names left on the board. And this one has to be a third and a fourth. So, like, I have to, there's got to be... two
it's a valid
layers.
It's a valid way to do it. Yeah.
Okay, now where did the other ones go? So you said people feel ways about this one?
Yeah, you've done the first one. There's two more
to
do in the program, and it's third one. It's the third one that's very challenging.
Okay.
We came here to burgle your turds.
No, it's not true.
Oh, welcome in Fawn and Games. Fawn has arrived.
What is that? How does a raid work? I don't know how Twitch works.
The way Twitch works is that if someone is streaming and they end their stream, they can raid in and bring everybody who is viewing with them. So that means Fawn has... Hey, Fawn. Hey, Fawn. Robin's here. Welcome in, Raiders. We are playing The Roottrees Are Dead. I am close to finishing, so I guess if you want spoilers... You've come at the wrong time, but if you want to watch a person be really excited because they finished a game, well, then you've come to the right spot. Ta-da! And we are speaking with the other voice you are hearing here is Robin Ward, who is one of the 2 game developers for this game.
Hello.
So we are playing. We're asking questions. Fawn, if you ever had a, oh my god, I can see what you're saying. Yeah. Lucky for me, I like these kinds of puzzles.
Yeah, I liked it too. There's also, the interesting thing is like, it's based on like an old game. I don't even remember what it's called, but from like an old Mac game that had puzzles like this. And when I first implemented it, the first time I did this puzzle, it took me like 30 minutes. And I was telling Jeremy, the other designer, like, we can't put this in the game. This is too hard.
Yeah.
And he's like, there's just kind of a strategy you can use. It's not like a trick, but just like a way of thinking about it. And when he explained that to me, I can get it in like 1 or 2 minutes every time.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you don't think about it that way, you can get stuck. So some people hate this, but you're making some progress.
I feel like this is, I mean, I do love escape puzzles. And this, like, what it is this just feels like a Rubik's Cube to me. And so I can see, like, I can see definitely getting frustrated with this one. Especially, like you said, if you're just here because you're like, I just wanted to play a game.
Yeah, like one of the critics we had sent me an email and he's like, why is this puzzle in the game? And I was like, it's to break it up, and but I really got the idea that he's like, he did not enjoy it. And that's fair, like not everybody enjoys the same thing,
Yeah.
So that's why we eventually put in, it hasn't popped up. I think it's after 2 or 3 minutes, there's a pop-up that says like, hey, do you want to skip it? And there's no penalty for doing it, so I think it's cool. It encourages people to try it out.
Yeah.
But if you're just like, I hate this is not for me, I can skip it. But some people, they like fiddling around until the pictures complete.
Yeah, totally. I'm trying to see. Yeah, it's like it's definitely one that is gonna. This is little duck being like.
Yeah.
I'll keep trying. Well, let me see, because I did get another photo in here. I did get the other one.
Yeah.
But that's confusing because that does not look like Stephanie, though. So that has to be. Oh, could it be this relative? Yes.
Feels good, doesn't it?
Oh my god, this victory music makes me so happy.
There's something really awesome.
Uh-huh.
I just knocked out my headphones. I wonder if you can still hear me. One sec.
Look at how much I'm unlocking. Yes.
There you go. Yeah, there's something really satisfying about like when you finally get it. You got a lot of spouses there too. Wow.
Yeah.
So you're pretty much one unlocked from the end of the game. Who did you get? Yeah, you got. Yeah, so you got Christina.
Mm-hmm.
So when I joined, I'm like, everything you were scrolling past, I was like, these are all correct. So you were really close to.
So I didn't get Elias's job.
Yeah.
And it's not Joan. Okay. So I'm still missing 3 spouses over there, which might just end up being deduction. So I just don't know how to find Elias's job. And you said I can just skip the puzzle. I kind of want to do it. I'm really surprised I didn't get this then. Because it must be that she is something beyond a student at this point.
Yeah, I don't know. It's always like, I can tell you something, but I also don't know if you need me to tell you.
Yeah, well, let me look at Bethany Kellogg and see what we can find here. Oh, but I did. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh, and I did also need to figure out who Chris Rafferty is then. Is this...
Fawn, I can tell you that Anja didn't even know there was
minus 3 minutes.
So...
yeah, I have not
made
used
it this far without using a single hint. And I don't know if it was resistance. You said you didn't even know it was there, right?
I think it was like really early on. I went like, oh, hint. I'll come back to that if I need to. But yeah, I think I was just like, oh, cool. I can use it at some point if I want to. Okay, yeah, let's.
But I'll say,
go ahead.
In terms of resistance, I think everybody's different. Like, I personally, no, I don't stream. Like, I think streaming might be different, but like, I like I like getting stuck sometimes, and I'm happy to be stuck for like a really long time and go over things over and over until I finally beat a puzzle.
Yeah.
Like that's just the way I like to play. But a lot of players, they don't like that. They want, they want to get a little nudge in the right direction. So I think it's good. Also, sometimes you just don't know. You just missed a little thing and you have no idea where it is, and the hint is a really good way to unstick you. Like, obviously, I want people to finish the game. I'd rather them use hints than do that. But resistance, I don't know. People can make up their own rules and their own way to play the game, and that's fine. But I wouldn't want you to ever throw the game away or rage quit because you're stuck when the hint is right there. Like that seems counterintuitive to me. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I forgot about this one.
Yeah.
Like I wrote it down, but I did not realize I got a photo. So here's our Chris. Here's our Lulu. Ooh, well, what's that name? It's not an actual Lulu. Louise. It's gonna be Louise. No, or maybe not. Louisa. Oh yeah, Garcia. That makes sense. Throw her in there. Okay. Nice, but we don't know what he does for a living. Oh, he's an artist. Well, at least he wasn't when he did that. Okay. See, it's tricky because I think it's like the last ones I get are gonna be the unlock, aren't they?
Yeah, they're gonna be the final. You're on the final 4.
So
you need to make sure all 4 of these are correct. Like you can't use an extra one to show you what you've done.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna say he's a pro athlete because he's a swimmer. Damn. So it's like I really need to find out what Elias's job was. I need to figure out what Bethany Kellogg does now, and I need to unscramble that photo of David. I think that's it. And then the rest are spouses, right?
Yeah, and there's a little final puzzle once you get all of these
Top
as
secret
well.
one. Can I tell you what I? Okay, I'm gonna make. I had been theorizing what that is gonna be.
Yeah, and you might be right. A lot of people know what it is before they get there.
Okay, well I'm gonna say the one thing that really piqued my interest in it was I'm not gonna go back and necessarily find it right now, but in Lauren's book, there's something about like the other farmhands.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what I thought. And there's also something about like Samantha gets sent away to live with an older man.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like she came back and she doesn't talk about it. And so that's what I think the top secret is. So I think I have like theorized, maybe I didn't say it out loud, but like my theory is that the person we're working for is the child of Samantha and that older man she was sent away with. And she has to prove that she's like super high up in the Roottrees family. That's my guess. That's my guess. Okay, but first we have to figure out these other people. Okay, so we got Chris Rafferty and that. And I'm really here's an interesting thing, you weren't here. I originally guessed Chris Rafferty as the spouse.
Okay.
Just as like without looking at the gender of the name Chris. So it's very funny that it did end up being like connected to the LaRues. It's just not
Warning.
that person.
Advertisement has begun.
Yeah. Well, the name Rafferty, you have the Clark Rafferty above, so there's like a strong hint that it would be.
Yeah. So I had put it there, and I put Kim where Danielle was because I didn't read through Lauren's. That was the one thing I notoriously hate reading in games. There's like, I always make a joke with my wife that I'm actually illiterate. So like, it's very funny that I'm not funny that I love this game, but like, I love this game despite the fact that it's so much reading.
Yeah, this game is super reading heavy. Yeah.
And I'm like liking it. Like it does. It's fun. Okay. So
Let's see if we can get this person. I almost said their name, but I think you know who it is.
I think it's Dave Kellogg. But okay. Yeah, so let's see, because it is like, yeah, we have to. Okay. Like, brain needs to think for a little bit here.
This is so our artist for this game, his name is Henning Ludvigsen. He's from Norway, and he's done like over 200 board games, I think. He's done like a lot. We found it because we looked, there was like a version of Clue that he did that we really liked, and we reached out to him, and he amazingly said yes. But this is like one of my favorite pieces he did in the game, actually, is this person that I almost said the name of again. It just, I don't know, it just came out really well. It's like a really nice painting. It's really like dynamic, and it's like just a really, really good illustration.
The art is really cool. So while I'm working on this puzzle, do you want to talk a little bit about that? Because I was reading like the history of the game, and that it was like the original was like had like done the other art, and then you're like, no, we're gonna get like actual artists to come in and do this, and that you said that like it was tricky though because you had to find somebody who not only could do artists but had to do because like to go back to this tree, like in the next gen family, like I deduced people purely by looks.
Yeah, and you're supposed to be able, that's a valid way to do it.
Yeah. Okay, so it's like, do you want to talk, because that's like also heavy then for an artist to have to do. It's like not only do you have to make a bunch of people, but you have to like actually do lineage of the art.
Right. So I was like, first of all, I was like, this game has a lot of pieces. Like, I think the base game has 30 pieces, and then the additional content has like another 20. And I remember finding the artist and being like, you know, some of these, and some of the pictures, like if you look at for example, the free spirits, there's like a dozen people in that photo. And I was like, have you ever, and he's like, some of these board games I do have 100 pieces of art. Like he wasn't really fazed by it. But, you know, I do think there was probably for some people, like if a character didn't have relatives that you know ostensibly could identify, like it wasn't as bad. But sometimes, you know, we went back a few times saying like, you know, like, could you make this hair more like this color? Could you do this? Could you do that? But he's a pro. He was just like so good that it really made it easy. So like we're working with him on our next game too, because it was just such a positive experience, you know?
That's great.
Yeah, and it's tricky because it's like, I think art is one of those things where it's like, it could take a really long time to do, and it can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah.
And so to have someone that we work with, you know, that like, you know, is very dependable, like means a lot. But yeah, if you're talking about the original version of the game, was made for a game jam, and that was, you know, done over like 3 or 4 days. Now that wasn't the same length as this. That was like a very light version that Jeremy did, but it still had like, you know, it still had the premise, the Roottrees sisters who are based on the Kardashians. You know, they wanted like a famous kind of thing, but Jeremy used AI art for it, which at the time, you know, it's a controversial subject, and you know, Jeremy and I both think, you know, it's unethical to charge money for AI art, you know, like, so it was a non-starter, like for what we were talking about, putting the game on Steam and making a commercial release, because he released it for free on itch.io. Oh, you're getting close here. And so we're like, well, what will it take, you know, like, and the initial pitch of the game was, the biggest hurdle is replacing all the art. But then there was a bunch of like user interface things and features and extra content and stuff that we wanted to do. But yeah, that was like the main reason we wanted to do the project, was like, let's get a proper artist in, a human who, you know, we can communicate. And by the way, the AI, if you ever, the free version is available still, and we're never going to take it away. Like it's, you know, I hate the idea that like sometimes a company buys a website and then it starts losing money, so they just shut it down, and you lose all the content people contributed to it. So like, I always feel strongly that like you should keep stuff on the internet as long as possible. So we have no plans of ever removing it. But if you're ever curious, you can go to the itch.io version and see. Oh, we're so close now. And see that like the AI art was also bad. Like it was it's just not as good at like some of the things you said, like ancestry and, you know, and just even some of the photos had to be photoshopped together, like each person. And again, I don't blame Jeremy, like he had no time or budget for this, but like he had 5 different like root trees, and then he photoshopped them all together to be in the same photo. And some of them, like the November root tree, looks like a nightmare demon spawn. It looks like so horrifying. So it's like, if you're willing to put up with like a game that's like rough around the edges, it was super fun. Like the content was really fun, and I liked the writing a lot. But the art was like, we need to do something about this. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, so this version is, you know, all human made, and we're very happy about that.
That's cool. Okay. I think I got it. There we go. Oh, hi, Rain. Sorry, I hadn't been. I was so focused on the thing. Hi, Rain. Welcome in. The game is going really well. If the other voice you're hearing is Robin, who is one of the game developers of the game. Thank you for talking about that. That was a great time for me to work on finishing that puzzle. And that was good. It reminds me. I don't know if you had them up in Canada, but like there was. Wait, did I not? I didn't take a picture of it. Like I think it was Denny's or Perkins here in the States. When you would go there, they'd have a bunch of like little puzzles. They were like wooden puzzles with pegs and different stuff.
Oh yeah, we had that.
Okay, at Perkins, yeah. So like I would go to Perkins a lot with my godmother, and so that puzzle reminded me a lot of the ones where you have to move the tiles around, just like harder. But that was very fulfilling.
Oh, I'm glad you liked it. Like I said, I liked it, and a lot of people do, but there's some people who are just like, that's super frustrating.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah. No, but the art is really cool, and it's really good, and it's super impressive, and it's cool to hear that you're having because I've watched the trailer for your new game.
Yeah. That's the teaser trailer. We'll have like a proper trailer that'll show more of the game in the next few months as we get close to release.
Okay.
But yeah, because that one's just really like showing the machine of the game and some voiceover. Like it barely shows the actual gameplay. And we have a lot, because the thing is, like, this is getting more to the business of Steam, but like the conventional wisdom is you get your Steam page up as early as possible to collect wish lists over time. So it's like, even when you're like the least embarrassing version of a trailer and in a store page is when you should launch it, so that they have more time to collect those wish lists by launch, which is like Steam's #1 thing. But yeah, so that's why I think like it's a bit vague, and it'll be less so. We have so much good art now and so much good music and all that stuff. So I'm excited, but cutting a trailer is tricky. So
yeah.
So I think you might need a hint now.
Okay.
So there's two things. I think there's two hints that you probably could use that'll probably help you a lot. One, let's look at let's look at Elias there. That's interesting.
Okay, Elias.
Like you see him, Eli C, I should say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So his son is a famous Roottrees, right?
Yes.
His son is Jim from Jim and Diamond.
Yeah.
Did you ever look up Jim in any periodicals? Like, for example, like a music periodical?
Yeah, I think so. Let me look him up. Yeah. So I looked him up. There was also, I don't know if I got the picture. I love that he has become a recluse. That's okay. So maybe there's something in here about his dad then. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Until a few years ago, Diamond and I were CJ and JB with my cousins and his ex. Clark never knew his father, so our grandpop insisted. And that like threw me, because then I had to be like, oh my god, who was it? And then it's like, oh, it's just because the dad died in the war. As a result, Clark and I grew up like brothers. Diamond and Jay, on the other hand, are actually sisters. Four of us had a cutesy family band thing going on. Not our finest hour, regardless, when Diamond walked in on Clark and voted the younger sister exploded. The only thing Clark and I had in common was music, but even then we never agreed on what it should be. Yeah, this is the one where he just jingles. Okay, wasn't my goal. And he called me up and said he liked it, and I took it as a sign I was going the wrong direction. That made him laugh. But I'm trying to make art. I'm don't mind saying this because he agree. Most of the decade he was a mess, but he's a lot happier now. He started Raffertunes, and he's a much better jingle writer than a songwriter. One of the benefits of our famous family is a massive company willing to be the client. That's also how my father was connected to Roottrees. All of his old ad campaigns were hung on the walls over the record player, but I was never interested. I just went straight to the music. There it was. I had it highlighted. Didn't get it together, so he did advertising. There we go. So now we're really just... I think...
So the other thing I think I should mention is that I think it's in the notebook, but we don't really consider kids to have jobs. So if someone is of school-going age, you're expected to put in where the appropriate value.
Yeah, I guess that's the only thing. So if it's like, I put him as a pro athlete, but I guess he could just be a college student. But yeah, because we're really at a point where I think that is it, unless, so that is now correct that he was in advertising. I guess I could let's use a hint just so I know what it's like to use a hint.
Yeah, check it out. It'll probably tell you which one you could use a little help with.
One of the diary entries offhandedly mentioned a relative appearing in a publication. I bet you can track that article down. Okay.
Yeah. So they get more specific. Like, the idea is we try to encourage you,
Yeah.
So.
Complaints. Ooh. Okay, life between wars and complaints.
I wonder what this clue is about.
Yeah. Oh, maybe it's about Margot's husband? No.
Oh. Maybe there's one. This is weird. I'm like, I hope you haven't found a bug, but it.
Oh.
You filled in Margot, right?
I filled in Margot. I just didn't fill in the husband. But yeah, I have Margolite up here, and she's locked in.
That seems like a bug to me. Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But the one thing I would give you a hint about, is that Chris is also still in school.
Okay. Oh, so he's not an artist. Okay.
Yeah. But he is an artist. That's the thing. He is an artist, but he's a.
I'm gonna see he's a college.
It mentions he's a student, of some kind.
There we go. Yay! Thank you. Yeah, it's always a hard one where like. Okay, unlocked the following optional. Yeah, it's always, I think one of the things that because I like playing puzzle games a lot, one of the things that really becomes really demoralizing for me as a game person playing things on Steam is that when I get like halfway through a game and I realized I didn't keep track of specific details. So like, as I was playing through this, I was like, oh, I have not been paying attention to years. And I was like, oh, like that's going to be important because some of these things were like written in the 80s and they were kids and now they're adults. Like, so, I was like, oh, damn, like that's the thing I should have been paying more attention to.
I don't think it's that important. At least in this part of the game.
To my genealogy genie.
Oops, sorry.
If you're reading this, it means you've locked in 49 blood relatives. Congratulations. I knew you could do it. There are 2 more entries on the family tree I'd like you to consider. These last 2 are optional. You can summon me whenever you wish. However, this will end your search and reveal the truth.
I am really curious.
So make sure you're ready.
It's not great.
What were you saying?
I'm curious about that hint being wrong. I don't like that. Because it was definitely for someone you've already filled. It was for Margot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so who is easy? Aha! It was about the farmhands. Okay. Yeah, it was the only... So the only people I didn't get are... just this...
Yeah, it was the cousins and Rafferty were your last 4.
Yeah. So the only ones I'm missing are that, the mom, and then Margot's husband, and then all of the Miracle and Miracle
Yeah.
Junior's wives.
Yeah. So once you complete the game,
Mhm.
like you'll see there's a big "I'm ready" button when you put in your guess, and
Yeah.
for this one you actually have to type it in.
Okay.
But once you've done this, you'll see an ending, but like you can come back and get hints on the spouses that you didn't get.
Okay.
But yeah, it's quite bad in my opinion that you were getting a Margot hint. So that's not great. I'm really not sure how that happened. But
Yeah.
ooh,
Maybe it's just
it's
'cause-
weird. Is
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh no.
I was just gonna say like a fair amount of people play the game, and I feel like I would have heard if the hints were broken, but I just saw it live, and that's embarrassing.
Don't be embarrassed. Remember, I hadn't used any hints yet, so
Yeah.
maybe that's like just part of it, is because I had gone like so late in the game trying to hint.
Yeah. Could you check for a hint now and just see what it says?
Mhm.
It won't spoil anything. Like the first level of a hint is usually very generic. I just want to see like if it's still saying. Oh yeah. It still wants
Yeah.
it still wants you to oh, I know why. Okay, right. Remember how I said okay, this actually is correct.
Okay.
Um
Is it because of the kids?
it's like yeah, it's hard to explain why this is. It's like this is going to lead you to some evidence you don't have.
Okay.
That's right. I actually forgot. I remember how I said it's been so long since I played the game. Like, I forgot how my own game works. If there's like a periodical or a piece of evidence you don't have, the hints will always guide you to that first.
Okay.
So, yeah. So when you search here, I think there's something mentioned here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at it here. Nothing wrong with Cornwall. Okay. So that would mean then that this is, I mean, it does get me this one. Linus Cornwall. That's wrong, Cornwall.
Yeah.
He has power.
But yeah, now that you found it, the hint will go away. But it's like that article is considered important, and it wanted to make sure you found it, because it helps you lead to eventually. If you get some more hints, you'll get the other periodical. But anyway, you can do that. I think it is very interesting to me that you managed to fill in Ron and his brother without that periodical.
Oh, and here's that we plan to lean into alliteration. That would have
Yes.
also been the clue there. And I think I just got that. I got it through like Raffertunes, or I got it through some of the ones where it was. Oh, I got it through Brother Trouble, or
Oh right.
Brother Trouble, where it mentions like Ronald's, and then it also said it's like, and they were brothers, and then it said like Robbie.
Yeah.
And so I was just able to deduce that because of age, like because of generation, that it had to be, I just looked at the genealogy and was just like, okay, it has to be two brothers. I have no spot that can have two brothers left. So I just kind of put them in there and then judged by the photo that this was the older brother.
Yeah, and some people do that. It's tricky though.
Yeah.
But there is a clue in the periodical, and about the job and stuff. There's a clue in the periodical you haven't found that.
Oh, okay.
Kind of makes it easier, but you did it, so that's okay. It's not like super necessary. I am curious. Do you have a guess for who EC is?
Let me just go back and re-look at it would have been this one. Like I don't have like an idea who it was. There was just well, okay, maybe you can tell me this one. Maybe this will give a thing. Can you take pictures of people who are not important in the photos?
No.
Okay.
So I saw you have a photo of
Yeah.
someone that you haven't placed.
Yeah. In the original 5 pieces.
Yeah. There's no photos that go unused. They're either
that person.
you know, yeah. So that little guy there. So like you either have if you find a photo, for example, that you haven't used, it's either an alternate photo for someone or a main photo for someone. Yeah.
But other than that, okay, so let me just like look at this actual thing. So this is the person that adopted Sam, right? Is that what we're getting?
Yes.
Okay. So it's not the older man. Oh no, yeah, it was Patricia went off with an older man. And then Oh wait, so is that then saying that Patricia was pregnant with Oh yeah, right, cuz it has to be from the Roottrees actual. So it was Patricia was pregnant with Sam when she got sent away and lived with EC. And he adopted Sam as his kid until something happened, right? And then came back. But would this also be then Patricia? Can I put the same name twice? I know I'm kind of like saying a thing and you're like, am I actually asking a question?
And I will tell you, this is optional. Like, it's like some people, we have had testers and stuff who are like, I'm going to spend 2 hours going over everything just to make sure it's correct. And like, that's cool.
Yeah.
But I usually tell them, like, by the way, it just changes a few lines of dialogue in the game. You don't miss an achievement. You don't, or anything like that. It's really just like, it's an extra puzzle at the end for if you've caught some text that can be tricky. You know.
Her father.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah. It's like this, like, I definitely honed in on this because there was like, this was such a juicy gossip part of it that I'm just like, ooh, I don't know who this EC is. Yeah, and then Patricia was married off to a much older man and sent away.
Yeah. So that's interesting. So that's EC. They mention EC right there at Farmhand. And we know that because of that, we know the job. It's pre-filled in on the tree. Can I see your evidence for a second? I want to see if there's something that you've...
Here's and this is an interesting thing I want to ask you about. Like, it says that there's still one hint in this. So does this mean that, like, this last question, this hint is in here?
Yeah, so basically, it's not a guarantee that that's it.
Okay.
Because, I mean, one intuition means this leads to a piece of evidence that you don't have. Or, yeah, I think it's always a piece of evidence that you don't have. And I think when I briefly saw it, there's a bit of a lag, but I think you are missing something that's, you know, that makes this EC puzzle a little easier.
Okay.
There's something you haven't found.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think.
Was it we talked about the periodical, but I'm missing one of the periodicals.
Yeah, it's not that one.
Okay.
The periodical you're missing is almost exclusively for the Gwyneth Ron Robbie stuff. But like you could I'm trying to think what would be a good hint or like a good piece of advice here. Because I think I'm just gonna check something real quick.
Okay. Okay. I feel like there was also in her book. Okay. I feel like there was also something though. Let's see. It might have been in her second book where...
Okay, I looked up what I wanted
Incoming
to
ad
look up.
in T-3 minutes.
So I told you I have to remind myself about my own game, which is... I mean, to be fair, there's 100,000 words. It's like...
Yeah.
It's like a novel, so there's a lot of material. But yeah, with that, if you want to look at that intuition, on that thing, have you ever, like, this is very obvious, you probably have searched for it, but have you searched for 5 pieces?
I've searched for 5 pieces in all of the periodicals. And all it just gives the same line that like there's a lot of advertisements. It floods the searches. And then
Oh,
I tried searching just on Spider Search.
yeah.
I've tried it
Did you get?
together and separate because
Oh, yeah. No, like the brand, like it's one word for the candy.
uh-huh.
I think this article has something interesting in it that maybe you haven't looked up.
Yeah, I think this would be wild if I haven't searched it here because I spent.
Hey, look, it's possible. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you learn 5 pieces of iconic candy sold by the Roottrees company. Although they are no longer the company's most popular product, they still sell well. 5 pieces are small, colorful. Did you, as a Canadian, feel really proud that they're maple-based candies?
I actually found it weird, to be honest.
Oh,
Like,
really?
when you read, yeah. So this is totally Jeremy's invention, but I think it came. I should ask him, but I think it came from being a maple farm. You know, like he wanted to have something like that. But maple candy to me is a very specific thing. It's a very sweet
Mm-hmm.
maple flavored thing. The idea that you would make maple chocolate, maple berry, maple whatever
Yeah.
the flavors are, like that is that's kind of weird to me. Like I just can't imagine how this product like even exists.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, because I've had maple candies, and the ones I had were just it's like maple sugar cooked down in the shape of a maple leaf that you just
Yeah.
kind of put in your mouth and they like melt.
yeah, and some of them can be good, but they tend to be extremely sweet.
Yeah, yeah.
But
It's really
but
interesting.
yeah, like strawberry. I don't know.
Yeah, that does seem weird. Do you know, was he basing this off of the Hershey Candy Company?
No.
Really?
Yeah, what's more interesting is we got a lead from a journalist that really liked the game, reached out to Jeremy and said,
Mhm.
I heard, is this based on Roundtree? And we're like, what? So Roundtree, now this candy actually did exist in Canada, but it's a British company. And they make something called, I forget what it's called, but I actually bought it in a store. And it's a kind of candy that has 5 flavors. And famously so. So it's like Roundtree, which is like 1 or 2 letters different from Roottrees, and then
Yeah.
they have this 5 flavors. And then apparently someone in the family wrote a book, and there's a musician in the family. Like there's all these coincidences.
Whoa.
But yeah, it's totally a coincidence that Jeremy just did that.
That's so wild.
I think it's awesome because it's a game about investigating sometimes
Yeah.
mundane stuff or just the typical family drama.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
like the game is called The Roottrees Are Dead and starts with a plane crash. So, but it's kind of a bait and switch. It's to try and make it seem like, oh, you're not actually investigating a murder. You're just finding out who's related to who and who's upset at who divorced who. It's just the kind of stuff that people thrive on, just
Yeah.
like that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
And I think if you had said this is a game just about a family, that's not as interesting. So but the Candy Company is a really fun way to, just a candy empire is a really funny idea. I always thought that was extremely clever and
Yeah.
really good material. Yeah.
See, it's really interesting to me because, like I said, I thought this was based, like, the concept of the Roottrees were based off of the Hershey Company because having a famous
Warning. Advertisement has begun.
chocolate company. Let me know if you're stuck in an ad. I don't know if you're stuck in an ad. Okay. Having a famous chocolate company based out of Pennsylvania is like extremely Hershey candy coded for me. Just because of being a Pennsylvanian, like Hershey family is in Hershey, Pennsylvania, and like that was this thing, like you go on school trips out to Hershey to like learn
That's an
about
awesome
the
trip.
chocolate company, right? So when it's like, oh, a candy company based out of Butler, Pennsylvania, with their chocolate candy dynasty, is like, oh, this is obviously the Hershey family.
Yeah.
So it's wild that it's not.
No, it's not. And even Pennsylvania was somewhat arbitrary, as I
Uh-huh.
understand it. Jeremy grew up, I think, somewhere on the East Coast. I want to say it was like Connecticut or something. And but he lives in Arizona now.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. So there's some interesting lore here.
Yeah.
And I think he just wanted it had to be a winter storm. So I think he's like, well,
Mm.
it has to be an East Coast probably place. And I think he was just like, oh yeah, Pennsylvania, near Pittsburgh. Yeah, that works for me. And then because the game is like blown up a bit with the indie community, you get people who are like, I'm from Pittsburgh. This is so cool to have a game that takes place,
Beep
where I'm from, and like,
That
oh,
is complete.
you must have done it because of this. You must have done it because of that. And it's like almost all coincidences. Like the
Yeah.
actual references Jeremy had were much more obscure and obtuse and stuff like that. So this is interesting. So you've just found now the old Roottrees
Yeah.
ad.
And they're named after the thing. So there
Yeah,
was.
and you solved all the 5 pieces
Mhm.
without even knowing the name trick, which
Yeah.
is, again, arguably the much harder way of playing the game, because you can use, you can use the names of the candy to do that.
Clancy Edward. Yeah, so I'm looking at all of them, and then this is Margolite. So that's interesting that it was G is for grape, Gwendolyn. E is for elderberry, which would be Elias or Elias. CE Clancy Edward. And then M for melon would be Margolite, and M for miracleberry.
Yeah.
That's all of them. Oh, cinnamon extract. Interesting. Oh, C. Yeah, cinnamon extract. So there's all of that. But, so very interesting that we had CE and then this is EC. And it can't be the same person because it's in the same photo. But, and he's not, he's just a farmhand at the ranch. Is that, oh, that was just no, hold it. Why were we looking that one up?
Well, you had intuition on the new 5 pieces ad, and it led to this old one. But I'm kind of curious, does the old 5 pieces ad have any intuition? I'm kind of curious. I don't think it.
Yeah,
I don't think it did.
It did not. No.
Oh, you have no intuition now, which is interesting.
Yeah, all my intuition's gone.
Oh, also interesting. So you found steamy correspondence, I noticed, which is also an optional piece of evidence. So you've honestly, I'm really impressed. You've played the game in a way where you found the hard stuff. Like a lot of people never find steamy correspondence, but
oh yeah,
and you didn't, and you did the 5 pieces without even finding the clues on their name.
Yeah, I will say I was slightly lucky. I shouldn't say lucky, but originally I did have Elias Jr. in the first spot here.
Mm-hmm.
And I had been trying to build off of that. That was after like my first stream. So, I'd say 3 hours into the game, I had him in the first spot. I had these 2 switched. And I was trying to build off of that. And then I raided into somebody who was playing the game. And they had Elias locked in here. And I was like, oh no. So I was like, I did it, but like, I guess you could technically say that was a hint because...
Yeah.
Like I did get
still
like
hard though. It's still hard to fill them all in with all their jobs and everything.
Yeah, but then it made sense too because I had read all of the stuff about like Elias and Patricia, blah blah blah, and I had like Elias here and Patricia here. But then I was like, it doesn't make sense because there's like this top secret thing. Like I feel it has to be related to the juicy gossip of like Samantha. But I had like already started building him in this position. So it was hard to be like, oh no, I don't want to rebuild everything and move everybody around. But then when I like went to the other person and they had him locked in here, I was like, oh shit, okay. That's like the first thing I need to do next time. But I did wait until I found something specifically that made me know Gwendolyn was here. And then I switched them. I think
It's
It's
still hard mode, like the way you did it, which is interesting.
Yeah, because I did. Go ahead.
There's just like a lot of ways to solve some of these puzzles. Like most of them have more than one solution. There's a couple of the harder ones that only have one pretty direct way of doing it. But most of the time there's like multiple ways you can just get to it.
Now, the only other thing that's like popping into my head in regards to EC, I had taken this picture of him because let me find where the picture is. Here. In the thing, it says, I got confused because I clicked on him because I thought he was Mr. Morden.
Oh, interesting.
Because it says, like, they posed us in front of the camera with Mr. Morden, who was there with Aunt Gwendolyn. And I'm like, oh, this must be Mr. Morden. And then I was like, I don't know where Aunt Gwendolyn is, not realizing that, you know, Aunt Gwendolyn was was
And
like,
it's maybe a little awkwardly worded, but it's meant to imply he's holding the camera, right?
yeah, oh yeah. And then it's like after I put Gwendolyn here, I was like, oh wait, hold on, that can't be Aunt Gwendolyn. And then I like reread and it's like, oh, they took a second picture with that, and then they never even took that photo. Like they posed them but didn't actually take the photo. Okay, so this is EC. But I had been sitting with having that photo for a really long time. That's why when it got to this, I was like, wait, I need to know. Can you take a photo of someone who's not important? So I'd been sitting on this photo for a very long time trying to figure out who this is.
I would say about half the players are in that same situation. Like they find it really early on and then have nowhere to use it. And the other half get all the way to the end of the game and then realize there's one photo they haven't found and then find it.
Yeah. Unrelated, every time I look at Lauren Roottrees, all I can see is Brie Larson.
You know what? There is a resemblance.
Yeah.
Not so much in the older photo of her there that I can see as your secondary one, but like, I didn't ask Hennig, but sometimes like I'm like, well, did you use an actor as a reference or something like that? It's possible. The thing is, every single time I've asked him, he said no. So like I've always been wrong, but that does look definitely looks like her.
Especially like in Lessons with Chemistry, where like they have her in that like 50s hairstyle. I'm like, every time I see it, I just always am like, oh, it's Brie Larson.
Well, I will say though, I do remember with that piece, like the first version we had, she looked too old. And we were like, she's meant to be 20 or something because he's going off to war, and we had him like make her look younger and younger. So it's possible that she ended up looking more like Brie Larson the younger she got. Yeah.
Well, when you make the Roottrees movie, you know, get that Brie Larson money. What was I gonna say? Okay, so if I was gonna try to figure out, so it's like we have that with EC, and then there was also the only other thing I can think of is that alongside, Clancy swore he saw Sam working alongside the farmhands, EC and John, when he used to drive past the old Anderson farm on his way to work. Eli's miracle. Okay, not my brother. From Sam gave him some old tools and taught him that. Okay, this is like I think the only other mention of EC. So we have EC and John. Now, I guess the way to look at it is, if I were to figure this out, would be searching Patricia's family, maybe, because they would have maybe been farmhands before. That would be my thought on how to figure it out. It's that, or it's steamy confessions, or steamy correspondence. Okay. Father of a child. Okay, but I don't. Okay, Patch wrote a letter, and an unknown gentleman who's clear she had a romantic history with. Okay. Oh, Christensen Steele, so it wasn't, okay. Daughter and owner. So maybe if I search Christensen Steele. Find that it contributes to the war, a few record parts from vehicles, but after the business are both mentioned in the book. Okay, there's the steamy correspondence. I don't know if that's how I found it, and then I just didn't even highlight it. I just quick went to the library to look it up. Like, I don't know if that's the way to find it, or so EC was a farmhand on the Was it the Anderson farm?
Yeah.
Okay. So is that was that the Anderson Maple Farm? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think it's called Anderson Maple Farm because, Roottrees got his name on it, but like anything else, he took it
Yeah.
from a woman. Like he inherited it.
Yeah.
It's O-N, I think. Anderson.
Oh, Anderson. Okay. There we go. Okay. So Anderson, fertilized farm. Okay. Yeah, nothing there. Okay. And I feel like I feel like I had searches before because I remember the part about she inherited it as long as she married.
Yeah.
Yeah, and going back to the thing, I had locked in all of the 5 pieces when I got the clue somewhere else that the 5 pieces were all named after the original children, like the flavors. And I was like, oh, I've already got it. I don't need to look that up.
Yeah.
So, so we need to just find out who EC is. I mean, so, okay. Wait, hold it. Okay, so if this is Patricia Christensen, then could he be something Christensen? That would be my guess. I just don't know what the E would stand for. But does this mean that they were married or just that the two of them were... Oh, yeah, there's not a marriage thing, so they weren't married. So it's just that she went and stayed with him. So he could... Oh, so does Patricia have siblings? Would maybe be the way to look it up. Okay, so we just have the Christian Steele and Patricia Christian both mentioned the book review. Okay, ooh, could I look up Christensen Steele maybe in Business Watch? Aha! Okay, nothing else though. Okay. If I do a hint now, will it give me a hint about this one, or am I out now?
It might give you a hint towards. There's at least one piece of evidence that's interesting that I think it might give you a hint for.
Okay.
Yeah, why don't you give it a try?
Remember the history of candy book from earlier? There's a little detail about that book that you may have skimmed over. Okay. Let's see. Oh, it's still here. Great. Okay. Okay, the book ends with a look into the future candy, enriched by experts. Oh, Charles Lee. Oh, could it be Charles Lee Christians? No, I'm looking for EC. Never mind. Okay, okay, it starts with, continues the chronicle of the rise of mass production, ends with a look into the future of candy, measured by experts in 1985. With the addition of hindsight, you can clearly see they got pretty much everything wrong. Include some print advertisements. You find a newspaper ad for 5 pieces from the 1930s. This is the book that they were talking about? Can I search
Yeah.
The Sweet History of Candy Volume 1? Ho ho! Okay.
This is actually my favorite puzzle in the game. I just think it's like so clever. Like you just give a book named Volume 2, no clue.
Yeah.
That Volume 1 is important, but just like it just make you think like, oh wait, there could have been an earlier one.
Yeah. Here we go. Okay, root tree 5 pieces. Egg cream. Ugh. Okay. I shouldn't say that. They're fine. Okay, the author included it because Author included it because of the spelling error in the word available near the bottom. It states the flavors are inspired by their children. They are grape, elderberry, egg cream, cinnamon extract, and melon. So there's the EC instead of Clancy Edward. Egg cream. Do I type egg cream in? Is egg cream the farmhand? Egg cream.
I just have to say, egg cream maple sounds especially disgusting to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty gross.
You just, you have to come up with a flavor that matches the letters EC, right?
Yeah. Wait.
So that's interesting, right? Like,
Yeah.
that you've noticed that in the original 5 pieces EC's there, and then in the later one he's not.
Yeah, because of Miracle, right? So okay. Which Ooh, wait. Is this going back to the one thing that really confused me where Lauren talks about the naming conventions and she says that, oh, he's an Edward Clancy. That's what, oh no, hold it. Here's a Clancy Edward. So maybe not. But Lauren in one of the books talks about like the weird naming conventions of the Roottrees. And let's see. Oh wait, can I like look at it? I don't know which part it would be in here. Oh, here. This is what I wanted to look at. Dynasty. Nope. Did I do the wrong one? Yeah. Here we go. Or maybe not. Oh, no, that's not the one. Where was it? There's one thing where she talks about the naming conventions of the family. Maybe it's in...
It might be in Revisiting the Diary.
Yeah, I think it is, now that I'm looking here. Yeah, okay. Second cover. Yeah, this is about Samantha. Oh, this is where it was Sam's spitting image of Patsy with her jet black hair and green eyes. And I'm like, oh man, like that was such a good hint. That I did not get. Okay, ooh, more to the farm. I never met EC in person. Confirmed him as a confirmed bachelor, and I suspect that's why he kept us from there. Sam grew up in a house with him and his roommate, Mr. Miller. Oh yeah, I didn't realize that. Sorry. Nick Vegan in the chat said EC should have been for Ecto Cooler. The classic candy flavor of Ecto Cooler. Okay. Nice. Okay. I like that. Second gay character. Very appreciated. Thank you for including that. Because I remember reading this and being like, confirmed bachelor who lives with Mr. Miller.
Yeah, you're like, who's EC?
Yeah. Oh, it's like, oh, I know what that stands for. Okay. But then there's, oh, here we go. I didn't know I could. Okay, no, never mind. Here we go. Our family names were always unusual. Grandpa was Elias. Elias was a believer in names of each generation to honor the last. His father. Okay. So. Oh, and here's the Edward Clancy tree. So. There's. Oh, so this could be Edward Clancy. Right? Edward Clancy?
I think that's a good guess.
I think it is a good guess. Do I have to have a last name? Do I write Roottrees?
You can. It's optional. I think... Yeah, you should. I think you should write it, but I'm almost certain that it works both ways.
Edward Clancy Roottrees. Let's try it. I'm gonna go for it.
Wait a second.
No? Okay. Is that
Before
not
you
right?
do it, don't you know a different piece of information now about the spouse?
Oh, good call. Yes. What did I just say? It was Mr. Thank you for I can't believe I just almost did that gay erasure.
Yeah,
Like,
it's very
how-
homophobic.
Yeah, I know, really. Who am I? Wow, so rude of me. I just talked about so much about Mr. Miller.
Yeah.
Okay. And I will say that I think that because I popped in on someone else playing this game. This is why when we were sitting and having dinner and I
Let's go. Here we go, lesbians.
sorry, someone redeemed
Here we
the
go,
pride.
lesbians. Come on.
When we were talking about it, because I had watched someone else play this game, like sections of it. And so that's why when we were sitting there and you're like, oh yeah, the game I made, the Roottrees are dead. I was like, what? Because I had just like found this via Twitch, via like connections of someone else playing this. But when they were playing it, they had, I think like the title of their stream was like looking for the gay root tree.
Oh, right.
And so when I asked, I was like, oh, is there, or maybe they were just like mentioning, they're like, we're looking for the gay one. And so when I got to this one of Carolyn and Eloise, I was like, oh, that must be the gay one. So I didn't even like, I think I clocked this, but didn't like.
They are gay. They are definitely gay.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just, okay. These are the last two optional, won't unlock until you say, I'm ready. You can summon me whenever you wish. Okay, I'm doing it. Confirm. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, okay, those are the three. Okay.
Yeah, probably spouses.
Yeah.
So, you
So, yeah,
thought
like I said, you can come
EC
back and
was
try and do
Edward
those. There's
Clancy
even hints
Rootree
for them.
and had a guess for his partner?
Yeah, it was Miracle's spouse, Miracle Junior's spouse, and then Margolite's. Oh no, I found Margolite. That was Linus. So I'm missing two spouses, and then yeah, I don't know if I'm missing a third spouse. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I thought EC was Edward Clancy Rootree, and you had a guess for his partner.
Partial credit.
Oh.
I'm Sam Madsen, though you know me
Aw.
as Samantha Rootree.
So you actually did get it,
Yep.
but there is
I
somewhere
got
else.
old.
I actually don't remember.
The
where it
only
is. It
picture
says
you
the
have
name
of me
John.
is from 40 years ago.
So I guess Mr. Miller isn't enough. It has to be John Miller, but you essentially got it.
Okay.
The spouse is the most obvious.
My
The
book
EC is
tells
big-
the
is
truth
big
about Elias, the 5 pieces, and my parents.
Sorry, I keep clicking and then you talk. It's because of the delay.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. So if because it did say John. At one point it did see the farmhands John and EC. So I could have deduced from that one. Okay, got it. Tells the truth about Elias, the 5 pieces, and my parents.
Not my biological parents, Elias Jr. and Patsy. My father's,
Aww.
Edward Clancy Rootree and John Miller. By now, you've either read Lauren's diaries, or you're just an incredible guesser. Lauren was right. I hated the 5 pieces. She just didn't know my full reasoning.
Oh, here we go. So even so, she seemed to blame me more than just the two of them. She had no problems with us next gens, but she has a palpable hatred for the 5 pieces and Elias and Gwyneth.
My father, Edward Clancy, was a great man. But his identical twin Clancy and his father, Elias, were not.
Oh, wait, they were twins? Wait, okay. My father, Edward Clancy, was a great man. Okay, EC. But his identical twin, Clancy, and his father, Elias. Wait, hold it. So my brain's not working. Okay. Her father, Edward Clancy. But his identical twin, Clancy, and his father, Elias, were not. Oh, okay.
At age 16, my father was caught kissing a farmhand.
Pop once referred to. There's a confirmed bachelor.
Back then, they wouldn't even acknowledge gay people existed. Having one in the family was unthinkable. The same year, I was born. A bastard granddaughter. 2 stains on Elias's perfect family. He decided to fix both. They tried to erase Edward Clancy. They even removed his 5 pieces flavor. His name was deemed a dirty word. He became EC. We were sent to the farm, and the 5 pieces did their best to keep the next generation away, to isolate me from family. but Elias couldn't erase us from
Incoming ad in
existence.
T-minus 3 minutes.
Laura never realized I was the little girl from her diary.
Get angry when I meant. Oh, yeah. I had been confused about that part, so that makes sense. There we go.
Who could blame me for being so confused that day? Her father was an exact copy of mine, except without the beard. And while the 5 Pieces celebrated a new factory, farmhands did the real work. It's a fluke there's a picture of my father at all, but there he is in the background. The 6th 5-piece. Patsy returned, and things got complicated for Elias. She fought for my freedom, from a life she deemed unworthy.
How awful is it such a beauty was ripped from its rightful fate and were sent to live in possession of your brother's twisted twin?
Oh, there's the twin. Yeah, there's the
Ah, I missed that part. An outcast forced to a life of labor under a wicked relative. Gotcha. Yeah, I think when I got Steaming Correspondence, I got Steaming Correspondence off of another book. I got like Lauren's second book and then Steamy Correspondence really quickly after, and I was just like, this is a lot to read. And I think I just didn't fully read through through Steamy Correspondence and catch the twin part. Interesting.
Elias relented, so long as I never learned the truth or receive inheritance. They knew I'd help my father. At Elias's will reading, I learned part of the truth. The rest I learned at home. I began to hate the 5 Pieces.
I'm shocked, including Sam. She had been told her parents died.
My father made me stay silent. He was worried history would repeat and that his grandchildren would become outcasts. His fears weren't unfounded. As you know, my son Ernie died a few years ago. He had trained to take over as president.
Ernie Jr. had been learning. Yeah, okay. The long time since any Roottrees was excited. Okay.
But due to family politics, or perhaps hubris, it went to Guy. A real Roottree. He nearly ruined the company. When Ernie took over, he saved the operation. Over 13 years, he made the family billions.
Spearheading the formation of Root. Yeah.
Ernie earned
This is
about
a
$36.
$1 billion candy company, by the way. This is an enormous candy company.
Well, yeah, and you did a good hint of that by having it be that he had caviar as the flavor.
Yeah.
The early saw the Roottrees president is always locked on the price of a single pack of 5 pieces. Oh, whoa. Known as a bit of eccentric and reclusive, opting to forego the typical luxuries of the average Rootree. Oh, okay.
They got by on Debbie's salary, but when he fell ill, he couldn't pay his medical bills. His death was my tipping point.
Yeah.
Originally, my book was meant to expose Elias's hypocrisy. Until I started to look into the other dirty laundry.
Robbie Rootree was originally quietly tried and convicted under the name Robert Rootree in French court law. It seemed he allegedly embezzled. Oh, I didn't get to that part. Interesting.
Yeah, you didn't find Silver Screen magazine.
Yeah.
Is
Okay. Interesting. The company RR Productions. Digital gambling habit.
Ron tried to have Robbie removed from the trust, but couldn't. Robbie was a blood relative, even out of wedlock.
She divorced him before she had her second, attempted 2 arguments. Okay.
That sounded familiar. The Clancid Trust that Elias established was designed to secure his family's future.
Yeah, I don't think I think I didn't look up Clanced Trust. I think I confused it and wrote Clancy Trust and didn't find anything and then gave up.
Oh, interesting.
So I don't think
it's pretty good backstory.
His entire family's future. He couldn't write exceptions in without the whole thing falling apart.
Due to ironclad wording of the Clanced Trust, it was impossible to remove any direct descendant of Elias Rootree without completely dissolving the trust. Ah, okay.
My book can definitively prove that Elias was not the paragon of virtue he's heralded as, and that my daughter and granddaughters are just as much family, at least in the eyes of the Trust, as anyone else. The Clancid Trust
Incoming
will
ad
secure
in
their
T-minus
future.
3 minutes.
They can decide what to do with their shares. But I'm old, and I'm not in it for the money. The truth has been eating away at me for years, but now I can set the record straight, thanks to you. As someone who enjoys searching for the truth, you might understand the power it has. Whitewashing the past to protect the status quo can lead to repercussions in the present and future. I appreciate what you've done for me. You uncovered enough to make a strong case. If and when the truth is fully accepted, my share of the Clancid Trust is yours.
Damn, we making money. Nice.
Looking at the family tree on your wall, now with my father's, everything finally feels complete. Unless a whole lot more Roottrees somehow appear from thin air. This is the last time I'll come knocking. Thanks again, and so long.
Yay! See, I would not have thought Sam was still alive.
Yeah, I think she's. If you do the math, I think she's like 70 or something.
Okay.
Saturday night and you're quite a sight.
The world might be burning, but I'm feeling right.
Everything changed.
Making ends meet, so there and
Another mystery solved. Oh, Rootmania.
Yeah, so there's a whole other game, which we added as an expansion when we did this version as well. It's shorter, but also harder. So if you're looking to challenge yourself more, it's a good thing to do. I do recommend to some people, don't jump immediately into it. Some people are just like, oh, I had so much fun, I'm going to go right into it, and they find that they might be a little like burned out on searching and mystery. But yeah, so if you're looking for more, there's a whole other family tree for you to fill out with more intrigue and infidelity and all sorts of fun stuff.
Ah. Oh, that could have also been what I last week I raided into somebody and they were searching for infidelity stuff.
Yeah.
So it might have been that they were on the second one there.
Yeah.
They were doing it. Did you get any choice of the posters on the wall?
Sorry, did I like?
I hadn't looked at these until the third stream here, this stream today, and I was like, oh, a Riot Girl poster, that's nice.
Yeah. Well, I wanted, that was actually my choice to design that, because I was just like, this is like it takes place in the 90s, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Like, what would be a cool thing to be into? So I was like, let's go after zines and stuff. So we had that commission. That's actually by a different artist. And then I made the Notorious Montjoys. I was just like, what? Because art, like I mentioned, our art was actually expensive and stuff like that. So it's like, well, what can we do that's kind of simple? So I'm like, yeah, a genealogy genie would be into some fancy family full of intrigue. So you can actually, I don't know if you tried, but you can spider search even the stuff on the walls. Or,
oh, really?
Yeah,
oh, that's cool.
Mystery comics. I think the same art, I think it wasn't Hennig, but the same artist we have, I forget their name, unfortunately, did the Riot Girl and the Mystery Comics.
The Mystery Comics one? That's really cool.
And they both have, again, it's all backstory. None of it's related to the game. And then did you see the bookshelf? There's also...
I didn't.
Yeah, next to your computer, there's... Go back to the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, click the stereo. Oh yeah, you see next to the stereo there, there's like
Uh-oh, fun.
Yeah, and if you...
Incoming ad in T-minus 3 minutes.
Oh, that's fun. And password.
But there's another mini game. If you look up some of the books there, you'll find a mini game that you can do as well. But yeah. Anyway, I think I'm gonna head off. It is getting late here, but thanks for playing my game, and it sounds like you enjoyed it, so I'm happy.
Yeah, it was really good, and thank you for also giving the heads up to wait on the second one, because did you say is Roottrees Mania? You said, is it harder?
I think most people find it harder.
Okay.
It's more challenging. Here's the thing: is like it's a smaller family tree,
Mhm.
But there's about the same amount of writing, so there's still there's a lot to search for and a lot of things that people find trickier. So yeah, I think it's a lot of fun, and most people do, but it can be, if you're a little burned out, it's okay to give your brain a rest day, or just use the hints as well. Like they're there to be used. But yeah, that's my advice. Is like, don't. It's mostly for people who like would immediately start it today. Like you just finished the game, let's immediately start the next one. I think sometimes that is a bit of a mistake because it's give yourself a few days at least to just absorb what you've learned.
Yeah.
You did learn, while I'm seeing this, you did figure out April, which was pretty cool. I think I only learned that, I didn't learn that when I first played the game. I only learned that while we were getting the hints set up.
Oh, yeah?
We had somebody from our community write most of the hints.
Uh-huh.
And she wrote that hint, April, it follows November. I'm like, oh my God, how did I not know that?
Yeah, that was...
Go
ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just saying, with that one, it was... Yeah, I literally was just like, okay, there's only so many female-coded names left, and one of them is another month name, so I'm just gonna go with that.
Yeah, and that's the puzzle.
Yeah.
And there's a mention that like people tend to stick with. I think is it Gwyn says it? I don't remember. Someone says we tend to stick with naming conventions in our family or something like that, which is like All right. Okay, well, thanks for having me on.
Of course. Thank you for talking. And I will probably ask you more questions about it. Can you give me a hint about, I mean, I guess I could just use hints, but can you give me a hint about how I can start to unravel? Or if I put in the correct spouses for these 3 people, will it unlock it?
No, you have to, at this point, you have to say, I'm ready to check it, but you can check it at any time.
Oh, okay.
Even if you think you have one right, you can click I'm ready and it'll check it.
Is there a specific place I would look if I wanted to try to find any of those 2 spouses?
I actually forget how to do those 2.
Okay.
I know how to do the other one. But yeah, I think the duck. Try the duck. See if it. I think it should pop up a spouse hint right now if you do that, and that might head you in the right direction.
Cool. Well,
If you're looking to get the tree perfectly filled out.
Oh, we just have one quick question in the chat. Rainshine says, "Can I ask what was the most rewarding aspect of the game to get working?"
That's interesting. I think it's like the logic of, I mean, the fun thing about the game is there's like many different interfaces. There's like the family tree board, there's the computer, and there's the evidence desk, and each one was like its own different thing to implement. That was fun. But like from a development point of view, I think getting the locking in logic was pretty challenging. And that was fun to implement. Like, it was just like, there was a lot of logic about like how to figure out like which people you have on the tree are correct at any given time, and to make sure that you have the correct amount. And, there's so many ways a person can do things, like fill in various things. And you also have to be clever. Like, you probably noticed that if you put in someone's name in one place and then put it in another place, it moves it.
Yeah.
So there's like a lot of things it tries to do to be smart, so that it doesn't want you to have the same name in the tree twice. So there's a lot of fun stuff like that, just challenging issues. So that was fun. But it was a super fun project to work on. Like, it's different remaking a game than it is making one from scratch. It's like a different set of challenges, and it was fun for me because it was like I played the itch one and I really liked it, but I'm like, oh, some of the aspects of this user interface are frustrating.
Warning.
And I don't
Advertisement
want to.
has begun.
I didn't want to like trash talk Jeremy because he, like I said, he made it. Oh, I'm in an ad.
It's okay. Rain, who's listening to it, does not get ads, so you can continue talking.
Yeah, like he had limited time to make it, so like I don't blame him for not building the most robust version. And also, it's like way easier to build something the second time. Like, once someone's already done it and figured out how it works, then you can easily look at it and be like, oh, this is frustrating.
Yeah.
Like, there was no way to search for names in the original version. Like, you had to scroll every single time, and that was like really irritating. So like I was like, okay, we have to make searching. We have to do this. We have to do this. And then to see people use them in the notebook, that was really cool. Anyways, just a super fun project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I found up Edith Jacobson. Ooh, yeah. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. I will say too. Sorry, I know you said that you were just about to leave, and now I'm like saying all these things about it too. Yeah, I think one of the things that's this becomes a good time capsule game as well, because when you have to imagine it's 1998 and I'm like spider searching for stuff, I'm just like, come on, why would this not be here? And it's like, no, you have to go back to 1998 when there just wasn't as many websites, right? That it's like,
Yes.
it's fun. Like, there's a whole thing in like when you're playing any kind of like
Beep boop. That is complete.
when playing like TTRPGs or something like that, there's always the like, oh, and you're doing like modern day or anachronistic stuff of like, can they have cell phones? Because if they have cell phones, they can just like look up so much stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, they need to break into this thing. Like, let's go and find the maps of it on a website. So it's really fun to play a game where like you do have some internet, but it's dependent on did someone think it was important enough to make a website about it? That's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a really interesting time, and like Jeremy and I both, grew up with the old internet, and there was like, it was charming in a way because like I read someone recently say like the cool thing about the old internet is that if someone put something up, it wasn't because they were paid or they were trying to get famous. They just thought it was cool, and I think that's really true. And so it is a snapshot of that. It's a fake one. Like it doesn't, like the internet never worked exactly like this. There's a lot more conveniences present. But yeah, I think it is a good excuse for the puzzles because most of this stuff would be trivial with modern search engines and Facebook and stuff like that. Like you could really quickly solve this. And a lot of the puzzles is about figuring out how to search it in a limited way. I think you probably could make a Roottrees that took place in the year 2025, but it would be, you'd have to be a different game. Or like, there would have to be different kinds of puzzles to account for it.
I think the way to, like, if you were to do it, it has to go back to, which is an interesting thing that you said, that the Raina, Riley, and Carly are like Kardashians, which like now that I say the names, I can understand like the naming conventions and stuff like that. But that if you like, yeah, if you were to do it in like modern day, I think it would have to be a thing where it's like PR companies have gone and deleted the stuff off of websites, and you have to try to find like the stuff that has been scrubbed from the internet. Because yeah, now so much is on the internet. It's like this game would be, significantly easier in the year 2025. But in 1998, it's hard. So it's like, yeah, how do you adapt that to a modern setting where, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's tricky. I think you could do it a few years later, even early 2000s. I think you could do.
Yeah.
But yeah, once you get to the Facebook era, I think that's when it gets tricky. Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing I could think of is if you did something where I think like the only equivalent would be if it was like you're being catfished by somebody and you have to try to find who the original person was, right? Something like that where there's a lot of misdirection, but like that would be really hard to do. A game where so much is misdirected and people are using fake pictures and stuff like that. But yeah, no, this was really cool, and I'm excited to play the second one. Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's a good thing to give it a break. I don't know if you've played any like Strange Antiquities or
I played the first one. No, I haven't. Yeah, is it Antiquities? Is the first? No, Horticulture.
Horticulture is the first one. Yeah, I played Strange Horticulture and like loved so much of this similar kind of thing of like classification and organizing and trying to figure this stuff out. And then I'm like, I'm gonna go right into Strange Horticulture. I loved it. And Strange Horticulture is harder, and I was just like not expecting that level of difficulty. And this is before when I was talking about the thing of like, oh shoot, I wasn't writing down years for any of these people. Have I screwed myself over? I don't want to give away a spoiler for Strange Antiquities, but there's a thing in Strange Antiquities that I just like was not factoring into my classification that then shows up like 3/4 into the game. And I like, and I'm like, oh, like, fuck, do I have to go back and like relook at every single item and add an extra classification? And I did. Like, and it became like tedious and unfun. For me at least. So it's like, thank you for giving the heads up of like, give it some time, come back to it. It's a little bit harder is like
Yeah,
a good breathing space.
but especially like the very end, some people say the very end is quite tricky. But like the very end of this game, it is optional. Like you don't have to get it
Yeah.
totally right. You do your best guess. But it's like, yeah, it's everybody's different. Someone asked the other day, like on our Discord, like, what's a normal amount of time to play this game? And it's like, we're hesitant to even say because like in testing, we had some people beat it in, probably the shortest amount was 6 hours, but like one guy took 20 hours and it's like, and I don't want to say that's not right. It's just like, well, like how much time are you prepared to spend? How fast do you read? You know, maybe it's been a while since you played and then you have to reread some things. It's like, it's not that kind of game, you know. It's not like a straightforward action game where you can reasonably estimate it. Yeah, so just and I think the same thing's true for Roottrees Mania. It's like, you know, it's like there's a lot of variability there, and it comes down to you as a player as to what you enjoy.
Yeah, totally. Like I think there's like word fatigue, which is like when I got Lauren's book and I was used to getting one piece of evidence where it's like, here's one thing, read this one thing and figure it out. And then I got a thing where it's like, here's 4 different chapters. I was just like, holy shit. Like, oh my God, this is too much.
We don't have analytics in this game, so we don't know like where people take breaks or stop playing. But I'll tell you, when I played the itch version, I was in a hotel on my own, and I had a broken arm at the time, so there wasn't much I could do, and I was just really addicted to this game. And when I got the Lauren thing and like 5 pages came, I was like, I'm stopping there for the night. Like I just knew, like I was addicted and just having so much fun. But once I unlocked that piece of evidence, I was like, oh, this is too much information for right now. I need a nap, you know, and then I'll come back to it. And I would not be surprised if we had analytics that a lot of people do the same thing. Like, that's it for the night. I don't have the energy to read this much.
And it's not even like, it's not even necessarily like how much to read, but it's like how much clue deduction can I take out of one like source before it's just like overwhelming. Because it's like I was digesting like one clue at a time and making connections, and then like, I mean, you can't, but like when I got that piece, like I just like had to pull out multiple pieces of paper because there's just so much at once. I think I was just like, I'll come back to this. I did some more like little juicy stuff. I think I did like gym and like the music part, and then the next stream I came back to Lauren, and I was just like, because it's such a nice wealth of clues, but it almost becomes overwhelming once you've hit like hour 4 of the game. You're just like, whoa, this is too much. I just took too big of a bite. My jaw hurts.
It's not meant to be played in one sitting, and like some people have said they did it, and that blows my mind because like it's way more endurance than I have, you know, and I helped make the game. So
I mean, I can see why though. Like when I started, I was gonna stop at 10, and then I was still playing, and it was like I looked at the clock and it was 10:45, and I'm like, oh shit! Like I went an extra 45 minutes and didn't even realize it. So, but yes, sorry, you're trying to go. So thank you so much. Thank you everybody in the chat. Give it up for Robin. Thank you so much for doing this. I'm very excited about your new game, and when I play Roottrees Mania, I will let you know. And I think I finished the spouses.
Awesome.
Yeah, I found the thing about Edith Jacobson's crimes.
Right, and you got Joan. Joan is a fun one because that's the only one based on a song in the game.
Is that where in this thing? Because this was one that had. Does it say Joan somewhere in the song?
It's I think it's These Times is the song. I could be wrong.
So a different
and
song?
It says, it's not this song because most of the songs, like if you scroll to the top of Rollin' On Down, it says there's no clues in these lyrics. Like it says that on purpose. And I think there's 3 or 4 songs in the game, and only one of them doesn't have that note that says there's no clues, and that's because it rhymes. Oh no, is it These Times? No, it's not. It's
I think it is the other one.
It might be Cherry Tree. Then do you have Cherry Tree?
I don't think I have Cherry Tree.
Oh.
This was one though that there was always one intuition clue here, and I couldn't figure out what it was. And if it's something that's in the lyrics, that would make sense.
Yeah, it's I don't know if it's. Yeah, no, these lyrics I see it. It says doesn't contain a clue. Okay, so it's the song. The song is Cherry Tree, which I guess you didn't find.
Oh, okay.
And it says, like it's cut off because it's only a demo tape, and then it says like, so you don't get to see what it rhymes with, but it'll be like, I'm always the son of, and it rhymes with Joan.
Ah. Okay. I'll try to look that up, but I won't make you sit here while I do it. That's good. Okay. Yeah, because there was like an intuition on like one of the musics, and I was like, oh, I don't know what it is, but yeah, I got these ones, so I'll figure out Joan. Well, thank you so much. Yes,
All right,
excited about your new game, and thanks. I'll see you in May. I don't know if Delicia told you.
Are you coming up?
Yeah, for the Wes Anderson show.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Okay, have a good night.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. And then let me just hang up my. There we go. Yay! Look, we did everybody. Now I need to find this Cherry Tree song. Let's see if we can find it in. No, okay. So it would maybe Jim Root. Let's see if we can find it here. Or maybe I have to look up Catchy Tunes. Been rolling like that. Okay. Let's see the one. Look up Diamond in the Room. Let's see it there. So there's Cherry Tree song. Wonder could it be like last? I want to like find this extra song now. No, okay. I wonder how we. Oh, just look it up in your spider search. So C + J, and then what were the? So that'd be Clark and Jane, and then Diamond and. No, okay. I wonder how we can find the song, because this is right now, but we need to figure out that last song. And I think that's it. Those are the last ones. We even have all the extra pictures. Okay. Let's look up the music one again. Okay, Reluctant Hitmaker. Okay. That's an interesting catchy tunes. Something later. We told Roland is like that. We already have Roland. So we have that song. Rolling on down to disco. Let's listen to it while we're searching here.
We're rolling, rolling, rolling on down to the sea.
Oh, it's Robin had given the clue that it was like a B-side. So let's do like.
Saturday night and you're quite a sight.
The world might be burning, but I'm feeling.
Or was it like demo? Oh, it was demo.
We can't afford gas, so we skate in the streets.
Guys all rush to say that I'm
Jim and
pretty.
Diamond. Okay.
Ladies blushing, find me so witty. They're out of luck tonight.
It's rolling down on the city.
Rolling, rolling, rolling on down to the sea.
There it is, Cherry Tree. There's a Cherry Tree and Sound of Laughter. Okay. There we go. Okay. That's it. That's the last one. Music Commerce website that claims to the album, but it's sold out the moment you do find a short sample of a song called Sun. Okay, so let's listen to this one. Ooh, look at what a cute cover. Okay, album by Jim Diamond. One of the songs called Sun. The website you found them on does not have a score, but you managed to find a short preview of the song's chorus. Jim sings, There blazed a spark of light that ever brightly shone from her standing days imparting wisdom and conquer life unknown. Though some days she'd depart, heart I'd never be alone. Alone, in my heart I'll always be the son of Joe. Okay, let's listen to this one though.
There blazed a spark of light that ever brightly shone from her starting days, imparting wisdom to conquer life unknown. Though someday she'd depart in part, I'd never be alone. In my heart I'll always be the son of...
And there it is, the son of Joan. Okay, let's do it. Let's lock in. I'm ready. Last one. Joan. Helen Lennon. And Edith Jacobson. You did it. The family tree's complete. Yay! We did it. Yay! Booyah, indeed. Oh, a knock.
So, you thought EC was
Oh, we're
Edward
just getting this
Clancy
one again?
That I'm Sam. My
Okay.
not
We're not going to re-listen to all of this.
This they whip but a hook and hit tap a at my hit but when they go.
The thing I didn't ask about though was that
As what so and look that
so much. Sorry, Sam. Sorry to take that away from you. Okay.
We're rolling, rolling, rolling on down to the sea.
I wonder who the new president was. Oh, I guess we find that out in the next one, don't we?
The world might be burning, but I'm
Everything changed.
Making ends meet, so parents and you.
We can't afford gas, so we skate in.
I'm a secret Roottrees. Fun. Let's look at the credits, because we should always take some time to look at the credits here. Thank you. That was such a good... Here we go. Game design, Robin Ward. Yay! Robin, who's our guest tonight? Get it for Robin. Jeremy Johnson. Additional rating, editing. Justin Borjak, Michael Dratch, Robin Ward. Illustration. There we go. Hennig Ludvigsen. Programmed by Robin. Graphic design, Marion Green, Victoria Panos. 3D art. Oh, I didn't know Robin did the 3D art. That's fun. Audio editing, Michael Dratch. Hints, Daniela Utkovic. Videographer, David Hoots. Oh, and here's some cast. Oh, Jeremy got to be the TV anchor. That's fun. It was Ivy Dupler, WRT Radio, Dan Gold, Mysterious Man. Oh, I don't know who Mysterious Man is. There's some playtesters. Yay! I have to say, I'm feeling very good about myself that I got complimented by the game designer that I did a good job of not using hints and using good deduction. My wife and I have been getting really into mysteries over the past 2 years. So deduction, and my wife teaches logic. She's a philosophy professor, so she teaches logic. So using logic and deduction and mystery solving is definitely a thing I've been getting used to doing. So this is what I wanted to see. It's sad I didn't get to talk to Robin about the music because I was actually very interested in the music. And if you're coming into this now and you're like, oh damn, I missed this, I need to check in with Robin to make sure that he's okay with it. But I'm probably gonna put this on YouTube. I'll have the VOD on here for a little while. But I probably will put it up on YouTube so you can rewatch and you can listen to the talks about the stuff like that. So, oh wow, it went into Spanish, French, and Chinese. That's very cool. That's a lot. Jeez, I'm just trying to think about all the stuff. I was just like, oh, it's not that hard. There's not that many spoken parts. But now that I think about it, that's a lot of text to reformat into different languages. Oh, and the original game credits. That's fun. Ryan Ruse. Oh, and there's Midjourney. So there's the controversial thing. The Steam version of Roottrees contains no generative AI artwork. These credits are clear. Ooh. Got a little janky there. I also don't. Generative AI art, I'm obviously very much against, but I do also understand there was like times early on in like what it would have been 2001 where I had like friends who had Midjourney and I asked them to like use it to make D&D pictures for D&D games. So I can understand. I can understand early on not realizing the environmental and like, oh, if I can hold it goes faster. Okay. I don't think I realized that. Okay. Did I miss it? Maybe I just press escape. There we go. Okay. Cool. Very fun. Very fun. And yes, if you have not already, go wishlist this game. I know I have. But this will be the next game out by Robin, which is very cool and looks very, very, very cool. So definitely get that. Check this out. I will be doing a new game at some point. When, I do not know, but I will be back with that. Okay. I'm gonna once again just keep this music going in the background, while I say my goodbyes. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay. Well, thank you all so much for sticking around for it, and once again, thank you to Robin for coming in and helping give some clues. Thanks to Fawn for the raid. Super appreciate it. And this is a great game. I will highly suggest getting this game, especially since you get a second game out of it. It's really cool. And make sure to wishlist the incident at Galley House. Let's see what I have up. Have I? I don't think I have updated my schedule. This is whenever I finish streaming, I always make sure. Whenever I finish streaming, I always make sure to quickly update I always make sure to update like the category for my next stream and talking about it. And then I just totally forget. But I always forget to update this. And what am I doing? Okay. Cool. Okay, great. Updated. Here we go. Here's the upcoming schedule, everybody. Oh no, it's snowing. Oh no. Here's where you can find me next on not on Thursday. Silly me. It's Friday. This Friday, I will be doing some co-working using On Together. If you have On Together and you want to come hang out, you should. If you don't know what On Together is a co-working game where you can create like your little avatar and stuff like that, and then when you can join other people's lobbies and your little avatar will show up in the game. So if like you join my lobby while I'm co-working, your little character will be there working at the table with me and stuff like that. So I will be working on some graphics for upcoming shows, as well as the Rainbow Raid Relay this Friday from 1:30 to 4:30ish, maybe a little bit later, we'll see. And then on Monday, I have a special event. I'm part of the American Heart Association's charity event that's happening. So I'll be going from 2:30 to 6 And I'm going to be playing. They want cozy games, so I haven't figured out which cozy game I'm gonna do yet. I might do, like I might do the camper van one, or like Calico, or Minecraft, or On Together, or something like that. So I have to look into it, but it'll be cozy gaming for their charity stream, and we're raising money for the American Heart Association for the month of February for Valentine's Day. And then Wednesday, I will be back with some Dead by Daylight, very different, from 7 to 10 p.m. And then the next Friday, I'm co-working again. So much work to do. But that's that. So thank you all for sticking around. Let's see who we can raid into. Let's see who's up and still streaming. Resident Evil, Couchbug's playing Cyberpunk 2077. It's a Fortnite. Marvel's on stream. Anti-Trashy. Oh, speaking of co-working, do we want to go into some co-working? We could do that. Or we could go into someone else playing Roottrees. Let's see if anybody's playing Roottrees. Is anybody playing Roottrees? Cool. Yeah, let's do a raid into this person. Let me just make sure they're doing it in English.
For both parties.
Could have just saved me a lot of time if you started doing that.
Oh no,
Got it.
they're doing the second part, so I don't know. Let's see what this one's doing. They're doing.
He tries to overcome complications, even resigned his fight to spread the heat.
Yes. Okay, we're gonna go into this person, Salad Forest, who's playing it because they're still in the first one. Yeah, they're still in the first game. So let's go ahead and get our raid messages ready. If you'd like to do the raid message when you go in, we have the Keys for Chaos. With that one, if you subscribe, snooze that ad. Or the Peaches if you are not a subscriber. So I'm not gonna hold us up then. I'm gonna let us go. So let's go. This is Salad Forest. And let's go Root Tree over to them, and then like I said, I will be back this Friday playing On Together, from 1:30 till 4:30 or 5ish, depending on how good of a workflow we're doing. So come hang out with me and get some work done on Friday, and chill out, and I'll see you later. So everybody have a great day, or great rest of your day, or great rest of your night. Stay warm, stay safe, and if you got a pet at home, give a little scratch behind the ears. Tell them it's from Anja, and I will see you on Friday for some On Together co-working. Bye!